Hello. Welcome to a slightly tired HighRollers. Get all your reactions to me not having a beard out in chat now, because I know that loads of people are going to
Naked face!
Looks like a challenge.
Naked face.
Naked face.
Should have kept that goatee, man.
No, it's the reason I'm shaved is because obviously we had some Halloween shenanigans, and my costume involved me having a goatee, which I then shaved off because it looked ridiculous. And I'd rather be baby Mark than goatee Mark.
Baby Mark. Thumb.
Captain Solomon, reporting out for duty!
So attractive.
Please click that.
Yeah, somebody
You want
will.
some new gifts?
GIF it. Please make new GIFs. This is my first request before we get into the show. Make HighRollers GIFs.
What's
Upload
with
them
this?
to Giphy and tag them Dungeons
What's
and Dragons.
with your sudden
I don't-
need?
Because
Why?
every time I go to tweet about HighRollers and I want to put a funny GIF in there, and I've used most of the Critical Role ones, and that's if you search Dungeons and Dragons, they're all Critical Role ones.
I've heard
and
they're
I
popular.
want some HighRollers ones. I know that they're popular, but I'd like to be able to be like, oh, that's a funny like trot reacting to something, like me saying like, oh, got some good plans for HighRollers today, and then it's you going like, oh, or something like that.
Why
And
don't
that'd
you
be
have
funny.
like a mini GIF photo shoot right now?
No.
No, it's forced.
It's gotta be natural.
It's got to be organic.
I don't particularly.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Is there a way to
GIF
do it? It's
situation.
like you have to upload it to Giphy or
You can
something.
upload it to Giphy and you tag it Dungeons and Dragons, and then when you search in Twitter or Facebook under GIFs and you put Dungeons and Dragons, it should appear. And the more it gets
Or
used,
There's gotta
More
be a good
bits.
one of me like face planting the table.
I'm sure that's the thing is I know that there are good ones. So that's my first request, audience, for today.
Audience.
My second request is, well, it's not really a request, it's some information actually. The dice sets, HighRollers dice sets, which you could have bought on the Yogscast store, are currently sold out, but be not ye alarmed.
You did
You sold
really
out.
well. You sold us out.
Fucking bought them all, which is great.
Fucking bottom up.
We've taken 50 off the store because they're going to MCM, so if you're coming to MCM Comic Con, we'll
There
have
are
50
some.
sets
Don't
to
worry.
sell there. They'll go quickly.
Sets.
We've ordered more dice sets, which will be coming soon. It takes them a little bit of time. I think it takes 3 to 4 weeks to make. So you'd be looking at near the end of November.
Can
or
you
mid-November.
pre-order it?
I don't know if
For the
Mike's
next
setting that up.
batch?
I don't know.
We'll figure that out.
We'll figure that
for
out.
you.
But we've got more coming. The main thing is we've got 250 more of the default sets, so the current set that we have. We're also going to have some new Dead Reckoning sets. So these will be in a black metal tin. They're going to be black metal dice with red numbers, and they'll have the Dead Reckoning logo on top. If you're not familiar with Dead Reckoning, it's our brand new mini-series we're doing over on the Wizards Dungeons & Dragons Twitter.
Nice segue.
Twitch, not
Twitch.
Twitter. It's also on their YouTube, so if you search for Dungeons & Dragons on YouTube, on the official D&D channel, you can check out their...
Yeah. It will be a super limited run of those dice. So.
Yes, those will be limited.
Those will be limited.
Once those sell, we're probably not going to make more of those.
Not as much.
But we will also be getting some more of the basic sets as well. So if you see people going like, they're sold out, oh my god, just let them know that we're going to have some more soon.
Yeah. Also, at MCM, so there will be the limited supply of dice that we have managed to save. Like Mike snatched them
Snatched
so
them
that
off
we
the
could
store.
have some stock. There are also going to be our Uncharted Territory poster will be there, as well as a brand new poster that you
special
haven't seen
poster.
yet.
It's one that a lot of people requested as
yeah,
well.
they've kind of seen it.
Yeah, but
It's the one that I tweeted out and said, would you like to see this as a poster?
was very
But we've
much
tweaked
improved.
it.
Yes,
Like
it's
a
been
lot.
improved. But yeah, so new poster. We'll have Korak shirts. There's going to be signings on Saturday and Sunday at MCM London Comic Con.
Yep.
And then there will be a HighRollers live panel.
Yeah.
It's only an hour long, so it's going to be a quick game.
Stop that.
What was he doing?
Putting dice up his nose again.
Yeah, he does it so often.
Live HighRollers game on the Sunday. It's only going to be an hour long, so it'll be a quick game. But it will be between, we don't know the exact time, but it's roughly 1 to 3 p.m. at some point. We will confirm the time when we know. But
I
it's
wish
down to
we
MCM.
know.
It's unfortunately, this is MCM's panel scheduling. They're still figuring it all out.
The best thing is it's not directly on the opening times.
No, so more people will be able to
It's
get
in the
there this
afternoon.
time. So keep your Sunday afternoon clear. Is
It'll
what we're
be
saying.
like a non-canon fun thing.
Yeah.
So
And it's only an hour long, so it will be very non-canon.
We'll try and record it.
maybe.
Yes,
I'm
we'll
playing
try.
not Juter. I'm
Yes.
playing Taylor.
So I think the plan is that it's going to be kind of some of the characters from all the different miniseries that we've
Mixing
done
universes.
mixed in together, and it should be a lot of fun. So come and check that out, and come and say hello to us, and get stuff signed, and generally have a good time at London Comic Con. What else do I do on this show? I do a recap. That's what I do. It's been another long weekend of recording Dead Reckoning. So, last time, you guys were in Talasval, and you came back from Arborea, the plain, after resolving some things going on there with 2 tribes that were at war. There was a love potion involved, lots of madness happened, but you came back, Lady Emerith plane shifted you back, where you set about doing a bunch of different activities, just catching up with NPCs, doing RP stuff, and then you were taken to see your good old genie friend Salabalat, who is your magic item trader. You did some trading of magic items. Cam invested in what he thought was a good idea by merging Nimbus and a dragon slaying sword, hoping to get a dragon slaying throwing knife back. And that's not what happened, because that's what the genie didn't say. And so he's just back to a regular +2 throwing knife.
But it's me.
Oh, no, +1.
I had to pay for someone
Who
else.
had to pay for it? I'm sorry.
Yeah, the party.
The party had to pay for his mistake.
I gave you all my money.
However,
Sounds like real life. Way!
Reynard got some upgrades. He
I got
upgraded.
big upgrade.
Big upgrades.
A real big upgrade.
Elora
+2.
found out she's been carrying around quite the trinket for a couple of sessions.
Oh yeah, the ring.
I got a ring of invisibility.
Yeah.
I got the one ring.
You got the one ring. And during these transactions, something occurred in... What?
Stuff too.
Well, yeah, you got your Guandao. You got Guandao back.
Just me, Muggins here in the corner. I'm like, should I just leave now, mate?
Go on then, Muggins. Off you go now.
Bye.
Got a Mithril Guandao.
Mithril Guandao. That's right, because you used the bars of Mithril, didn't you?
Radiant damage.
Radiant damage. During the transactions, something occurred to Salar's realm where it became suddenly very earthen, and he was very panicked by this. And a Dao, an earth genie, accused him of stealing from the earth genies. Found out it's his ex-wife, Dashira, who is a Dao princess, and Salar is very concerned and has no ability. His power's kind of been overwritten while he's in this realm. There was a brief moment of negotiations, and unfortunately, I think it was Juto summoned water.
Cam was fucking around and she was about to attack him.
She was certainly... No, Cam tried to be a performance which was angering her, and then you, trying to kind of jump to the rescue, summoned water to try and freeze her in place, the sight of which...
I tried to freeze him in place.
Oh, you tried
Yeah,
to freeze
but you-
Cam in place.
To stop the performance.
Just a performance. But the sight of the ice and the water enraged the Earth Dao, and a battle began.
Racist.
And we actually finished the session mid-battle. I can't remember exactly whose turn it was, so we're just going to jump to top of the initiative. In fact, actually, I do remember it was the Dao, and she just summoned the Earth Elemental, so we'll start from there. Which means Reynard.
Oh, okay, so there is an Earth
And if
Elemental,
Becky, if you can pop
Yeah.
up the map camera.
which should be extremely visible now without any glare.
Oh.
So we can see every
so different
tiny
now.
Oh,
detail.
one last thing I need to do. I want to say thank you to
Whoop.
Jack S, or Smile Easy, because he sent me some awesome combat tiers, which are little kind of platforms you can use to show flying creatures and things like that. So we've got those if anybody starts flying around, or if we need to do multi-layered combats and things like that. So thank you very much. Was it Jack S?
You've forgotten already.
Jack, my memory is going to be shit.
Memory's gone.
I know that this had a hell of a time getting through customs, and I know you had to pay a lot of time on customs. So thank you very much for doing that.
Thank you.
Very, very kind.
I tend to spend a lot of time in the air somehow,
Yeah.
so
Yes, it's very useful.
Speaking of-
especially in the high levels. And it is indeed your turn, Reynard Ferrohorn.
now do I want to make use of these new map things by jumping into the air at about 5, 10, 15, 25, about 40 feet into the air?
That will be a struggle
You
for
can
you.
change the height of it.
Yes, you
Oh,
can
okay.
change the height of it. The other thing as well is the last thing. So the Dao Princess, she summoned from the mud pool,
Pool's
which
fine.
is in the center of the room, an earth elemental basically rose up out of the mud and has joined the fray. Elora is currently in water elemental form. And yeah, the Dao has taken several blows, but seems to have taken them in her stride.
Okay, so I have a question about my brand new lightning crossbow. On the first shot is lightning.
Thunder damage, yes.
Well, yeah, so I have a multi-attack volley,
Yes.
so I can shoot 2 Or I can shoot anything within 10 feet of a point I can see, so I want to shoot both of them.
Okay.
Would the lightning do both?
No.
It would do one.
Basically one bolt in every 6 seconds.
Okay. And would that allow me to then attack again afterwards?
What does it say?
You can use your action to make a ranged attack.
That is your full action. So normally the reason you get 2 shots is you take the attack action, and then your extra attack feature lets you make a second attack when you take that action.
Okay.
So your volley is the whole action.
It's not a attack action, it's a volley action.
It's a volley action.
In that case, I may as well
shoot once at each one.
Shoot once at each one. I've also got Exhaul out somewhere as well. I think it's
just wandering around.
I think it's behind
Sure.
the REYNIE as well.
Sure.
So
I'll allow it.
I will bonus
Kind
action.
DM allows it.
Bonus action a
graciously, yeah.
hunter's mark on the REYNIE.
Okay. You remember that?
I will remember that.
Just throwing my shit around.
Yeah, I am. So
Please.
To be fair, Tom's space is very tiny.
that's
He's a new person.
does 30 hit?
30 will indeed hit. Is this against the genie or the earth elemental?
The REYNIE, yeah.
Genie.
So I get my 1d6, my 1d8, and I also get another d6 for the lightning. Yeah?
Yes.
The best. 6, 6, 1, so 13 plus 6, 19 damage.
Nice.
And then the second attack, I'll go for the genie
Natural
again.
20!
Natural 20.
Damn, son.
Reynard, everybody. Reynard.
So do I? Oh
OP.
god,
You
that's
double the
garbage.
dice.
So you double the
That was garbage. Dice.
There's a lot of concentration on if you double things like magical effects like Hex or Hunter's Mark and things like that. I am going to say yes.
Good. Well, that puts me
Because I need to try and remember
damage.
what you do. Because I know sneak attack does, but sometimes magical effects don't stack. So what's the total?
So I did 19 to begin with, and then a 6 with this, so 25. Was it 19?
Hang on. I've already added that as a separate damage. What's the damage for this attack?
6.
Just 6 total.
6 total. I rolled a 3 on my double damage.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to move anywhere, Reynard? You're currently in the corner next to Salar, who is like, well, good luck.
I'll just go to the other side of the room.
Okay, so you move over to the
Oh,
other side of
also,
the room.
max all attacks.
Okay.
Okay, that's 17.
Against the genie,
Yeah.
that is not enough to hit.
Shit.
Body seems particularly tough to pierce the skin.
That's fine.
Okay, Juto.
Where am I?
Behind me.
You're water, right?
Yeah. The earth elemental and some of the genie are currently partially in the mud pool in the middle of the room.
Mud pool.
The mud pool.
I am fucked for key points.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're all kind of fucked.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you guys didn't actually take a long rest between getting back from Arborea.
Am I in the area of fun stuff for the genie? Like, can she attack me if I run away?
No.
I would like to cast
No, you're not.
fly and run away.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I need to do that first. So I would like to cast fly
Okay.
and fly as far away from those two as possible.
Okay.
So that is an action.
About 40 feet into the air.
Is it 60?
You can go 60 feet, but if you want to move laterally as well, you're basically going to go.
Oh, that's 30 feet, yeah. There it is. It's off the camera completely, but that'll do.
Okay.
Whee! Up in the
Nice.
air.
That is an action, right?
Yes, that's an action.
And
to use the
potions.
DOS loot.
Potions are a bonus action though on me.
If you wish to take a potion yourself, yes. Damn it, I left my pens outside.
I would like
Yes.
to take a potion on me,
Sure.
please.
Regular
Do you want me to go?
One superior healing
healing potion. Okay. Superior. I can't remember how much a superior does.
How much damage have you taken?
A fair amount.
Oh, wow, okay.
My brain is not with it. I just genuinely cannot remember how much a potion of
I
superior
got
heals.
walloped.
44 plus 4, isn't it?
No, superior is 8d4 plus 8.
Oh. Probably didn't need that much, but I got nothing else.
That was
23.
trash.
23 hit points.
That was terrible
Lots of
roll.
ones there. Should have used the HighRollers Caltrop.
I roll terribly with our own dice.
To be
That's
honest,
my flaw.
my HP is so small that kind of almost brought me back up to full. And I think that's it. I will just. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry guys, I'm not.
So it does that.
That's okay.
I'm gonna smash the
The genie lady?
Yeah.
Okay, so in your water elemental form, you bring one massive watery fist smashing down.
Oh. 89, 1, 2.
Make a wave.
24?
24 hits.
What?
I'm saying that's gotta hit.
I hope so, jeez. Oh, come on, double ones. Piss.
Snake eyes.
6 measly damage.
Okay.
And I miss.
Okay. So the water elemental smashes in, which is kind of knocking the blows away with this giant two-handed hammer, causing some of the water to splash around, making the mud into a thick, viscous soup. Cam Buckland.
How does everybody look health-wise? Who's bad? Who's bruised?
I'm alright now.
Oh, I'm good.
I'm fine. Completely.
I'm going to conjure spirit guardians on myself.
Okay.
So it's a 15 feet radius of flittering cam cherubs.
Oh yeah, okay, it's this one.
Ah,
15
yes,
foot
this one.
radius, yeah?
So an affected creature's speed is halved in this area, and at the start of this turn, must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
On the failed save, 3d8 radiant
Okay,
damage.
so currently only the earth elemental is in that unless you're going to move.
I'm going to start moving into its radius. And I'm also, all of my allies are unaffected.
Okay.
I can choose.
Great Lash.
Yeah, so now both of the elemental and...
Go, my pretties!
They fly around, skittering around.
Some got little harps.
So it's at the start of their turn, would you
others
say
have
they
little
have to
bows.
make a check?
Yes.
So
Wisdom.
the earth elemental begins to move. Wisdom saving throw for the earth elemental, yes?
Yes. 16.
Fails.
So that's 3d8.
Roll it.
Roll it.
That's a lot of damage.
8. 1. 5. 14.
Thank you for adding that up for me.
Pause.
Pause. The earth elemental actually buries into the ground, goes underneath into the mud, kind of sinks down.
Uh-oh.
And then it bursts out in between Cam and Reynard.
Use
bugger.
dig. That's super effective.
It is always super effective.
And then it erupts up, and it's going to throw one big meaty punch to each of you, basically.
Oh no.
Reynard Farahorn. That is a 22.
Don't need to calculate.
Just barely.
Barely?
It does
Okay,
hit though,
right.
barely.
Scrape.
As long as it hits, that's the main thing.
It's a scrape.
That's going to be 14 plus 5. That's 21 points of damage as a big earthy fist punches into you, and then Cam Buckland.
Hello.
Punch comes your way. That's 26.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh no.
That's not as bad. That is only 12 points of damage.
It's doing D8 damage.
2d8s, yeah.
Is it not D7?
It's
No, check yours. I think it is
Is
2d8s. Yeah. This is straight out of the monster manual.
Straight out
Maybe
of
we'll check it
Straight out
out
of the
later.
monster manual. So it does that. It kind of just buries underneath and then punch. The Dow on
Oh, no,
her
you're right.
turn,
I'm wrong.
she's just like, my pet will deal with you. I will deal with this hated creature. And she kind of grips her fist, and two huge, I'm going to have to use pencils, forgive me, walls of stone.
Oh.
Fab.
Oh shit.
Hey, Axel's on there.
Farewell, friends.
They erupt forwards. They are 10 by foot, 10 foot panels. Okay, so they can be 20 foot high. So, 2. Yeah, basically it completely blocks off the room. So these walls are long enough and wide enough that they completely shut off that side of the room.
But they're only 20 feet long.
No, these actually go all the way up.
Oh, wow.
Because she can double them up.
So I can't fly over.
She can double them. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, at this point, it completely seals.
So
them.
we're trapped in with the.
So I've got to fight her on my own.
Well,
And Axel.
So I still have
Fucking
control of actual
wonderful.
That is, however, her entire turn to cast that spell.
good.
So we go to Reynard.
Well, I'm going to get my.
What?
Who's the earth element?
It's not me.
She summoned it.
Oh, she
It's killing
summoned
you.
It just punched you.
Yeah, I know. I'm just wondering where it came from.
She
The
summoned
It's one of those days, guys. One of those days.
It's one of those days.
Well,
Because you had a bad day.
I'm going to bonus action Axel and just move it over to that side and just slice it. 18, so that's 26.
I mean, yeah, hits.
Oh, ding dong.
So
Ding dong.
D6 Hunter's Mark doesn't work.
No, not for Axel.
That's about 8 damage.
8 damage.
And I will, with my movement. Oh, that's going to get an attack of opportunity, isn't it?
Yes, if you move away from the earth elemental, it will.
I do have something. Hang on. Would it count as giant?
No, it is an elemental.
Oh, balls! I could have attacked it on my turn when it hit me.
It could have done.
God damn. I will.
Moving away.
No, he's not moving.
Yeah.
I don't think. I don't know.
Smash, man.
I'm gonna shoot it twice.
You have disadvantage as you are next to it.
I'm gonna move. I want to.
It will attack you if you move.
If he stays within 5 feet of it, but then it can get the
I want to
disadvantage.
do a dive roll past it, and then can I get round the bottom of there?
You can try.
I want to dive roll
Okay.
over here.
So give me an acrobatics check, and this will determine if you get a bonus on your attack opportunity against you.
Ooh, acrobatics.
Yeah.
13.
13. You do not, whilst you do manage to pull off a roll, it's not really much quicker than you just running.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. You don't have a bonus to AC against the attack opportunity.
It has a disadvantage.
Do you have? It has. Is that your special thing? Yeah. It
Yeah.
has disadvantage on opportunity attacks.
It does, indeed.
Well, that's pretty good considering one of those is a 3, so that's only 11 to hit.
No way.
So kind of the big fist slams into the ground as kicks up loads of sand and dust as Reynard tumbles out of its way.
That was because of the roll that he missed.
Absolutely.
And I'll shoot twice. So, 22.
That's a hit. Yeah.
So, D8 plus a D6 for lightning.
Yep.
And that's 8 plus 6, 14.
14.
And then the second boy, that's another 27.
That's a hit.
And then just that. So that's 7, 6, 13.
13.
I imagine this thing has
Both of these
trucks
bolts
of
are just
health.
like they're just hitting into its big
126.
rocky hide, and it's just bang, bang.
126. That's like 2 of my turns.
Juto.
Water stance.
Or 124. 127.
Is there a 1-inch gap anywhere in these walls?
No. Let me check. 1, 2,
A 1-inch gap.
3,
Anywhere.
4.
At the top. At the
So it's
bottom.
only used 4 to base it, and then they can be 20 feet high. I have to do maths. So 4, so it's got 6 left of another 20 feet, so I can do that, so it's 40 feet high.
Now he's working out the cubic size of this wall.
I would say that actually, yes, there are gaps which are several inches between some of the upmost things. So up until about 45 feet, it's solid, and then as you get to the top, you can see she's not quite had enough stone to stretch out. So there are these kind of thin inch-sized gaps.
Can I use water stance and step of the wind to squeeze through that gap?
You are flying, so yes, you can.
So it says, when using Step of the Wind monk feature, your body and any equipment you are carrying become fluid and move through a space as narrow as 1 inch without squeezing.
Yep. So what happens is you use your movement to go over to the gap. Bonus action, Step of the Wind, spend a key point.
But also water stance.
not
I need
tall
to go
enough.
into water stance.
So
I've got
okay, so
2, 3,
you can't do it this turn because it's bonus action to enter water stance.
Yeah.
So you go into water stance. That's 2 key points, and then you move up to the gap. You then need a bonus action to be able to squeeze through.
When you're already in water stance.
no, I
But
came
she
out,
came out of it to try and do the freeze.
Can you not make a bonus action an action?
You can't. No.
Well, shit.
It's better than nothing, so I'll start doing.
Stop. No, spit them out.
Don't do that. You are a child. Is there anything you'd like to do with your main action? You still have a full action.
Can I attack?
You can attack the Earth Elemental.
the
Yeah,
Earth
you can
Elemental
easily fly up
with
to it, punch,
Water whip.
and then next turn you can just
Can
fly
I just
away.
water whip him? Because I've got.
Oh yeah, you can water whip. Yeah, it'd only be one attack though, so you don't get to make multiple attacks.
So can you make a strength save?
I mean, you will still deal damage to him
Yeah.
because you still make an unarmed strike against him as normal.
As well as the water whip.
That's part of the unarmed strike. Remember,
just gonna
this
throw
is
that.
this is the changed version. So it's you make an unarmed strike, which counts as the water whip, and then it makes a saving throw to try and pull it.
11.
That's not enough to hit it. So all irrelevant. So you whip out the large lash of water. It just splashes against its body and never finds purchase, basically.
Cool, but I'm flying and I'm
You are
trying
flying.
to go up to
It can't really get you, so and also yeah, you would fly. You're basically right next to these
I'm
kind of
coming
thin
for
gaps.
you, Laura!
Elora, it's actually your go.
Just the puncher again.
Okay.
Obviously, don't have nothing much else to do.
Well, you're in punchy form, so.
That would be really fucking cool.
What would be really fucking cool, Chris? What
A
would you
map
get on that?
camera that very slowly 360 rotates around.
Yeah, that'd be great. You gonna build that?
Yeah, I'll build that. That connects.
Wait.
Like a train set that
Those
goes
are the wrong dice.
Yes.
Yep.
I was gonna say if the Earth Elemental does D8.
Oh, total. Wait, wait a minute. 16 damage.
16 points of damage.
Nah, that won't hit. It's a 13.
13. Yeah, the first one, big watery fist slams into her body again, kind of surging her backwards. She snarls. The second one, she bats away with a massive hammer. As you do that, Cam Buckland.
Cam Buckland is going to run at Reynard.
Okay.
Arms outstretched.
No.
All my little cherubs.
You look weird without your glasses on, by the way. You
look
as
weird without
as
your
me
beard.
without my beard. Yeah, I was going to make that point.
Take the glasses off as well.
Yep, you look weird too.
This
See?
is fucked up.
No, it's naked Mark with no glasses is even weirder.
Me and Tom look very similar if we both take our glasses off and I don't have my beard.
That's so weird.
Tom, do this.
You become so
Corporal Thumb. Lieutenant Thumb.
Reporting for duty. Ready for action, sir.
For fuck's sake.
You look a lot like Craig, actually.
Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. All our characters look exactly the same in every game.
So, you run at Reynard, arms outstretched.
Arms outstretched. All my little cherubs also do the same action. And they're all running at Reynard, and you can see all of me and my
slow
little
motion
cherubs
just-
just running at him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull him through a dimension door.
What? Again?
Through to the other side. Because I've seen it, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up here. So I'm gonna go out the side wall into this wall coming out here.
So does that not get an attack of opportunity?
It would on Cam, yes.
Thanks, Reynard.
I'm just playing
I was
properly.
going to make the attack. That is a 19 to hit you.
He's
I'll
dead.
do it.
That is going to be 20 points of damage.
Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
Alive?
Yeah.
So this thing, as you run forward, it just goes poof and hits you in the back, which throws you onto Reynard. You wrap your arms around him and then bam, you
Oh,
teleport.
can I do a concentration check for my cherubs?
Yes. Please do.
12 plus, what is it? What do I have?
So the DC is 5 plus the damage you just took.
So it's 20.
Concentration checks.
20.
I need to concentration
No,
check.
the
My
concentration is like
hunters mark
dimension door as well, surely.
No, because that you
No,
cast
she
that
did
after
that
your
after.
hit. Rules. My brain is not
Could
ready
you
for
pass dimension
rules.
door and keep
While
the
you
cherubs
check
open?
that, I also
two
need to
concentration
constitution check. No, not
Or
constitution
can you
check,
have two
concentration.
concentration
It's not a
spells?
concentration spell.
Whenever you take damage while you're concentrating on a spell, you must make a Constitution saving throw to maintain your concentration. DC equals 10 or half the damage you take, whichever number is highest. So it's
Half the
10.
damage.
So you
13.
pass. Yeah. So you
Yay!
I have to do
Cherubs
one as well.
alive.
I was wrong. Okay, so yeah, you just teleport through to the other side. The Dows go, not really sensing that Reynard and Cam have just burst through and Juto can make her way through. She's going to attack the water elemental twice. That is a natural 20.
Fair.
This is a lot of damage coming your way, I'm afraid.
Oh boy.
Fuck's sake.
Should I get my other dice out so I can roll them all together?
Great.
Sorry,
More
Katie.
dice.
The curse of Katie's luck strikes again.
I hate
we're
life
coming.
right now.
Coming.
It's not that. I just have the worst luck.
Oh, that's some shit
That's
rolls.
some shit
Good.
rolls, so you're actually okay. So that's 5, 6. That's going to double to 12 plus 6. That's 18 points of damage. You can't be knocked prone, so don't
I
worry
just
about
had
that.
20 damage.
Tis but
Yeah.
a scratch.
And then her second attack
Second attack there.
is 14.
Just.
Oh,
Oh.
that's 10, 6. That's 22. This giant hammer just wails into the water elemental. You can see that her body,
What
like
kind of
sand,
damage is it? Is it magical?
It's magical bludgeoning.
Fuck. Never mind.
You can just see that her body, like where these like cuts and slams have been hitting her, sand is beginning to pour out of her rather than blood.
It ain't even your HP. It's an elementals.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, the elemental should have gone, but then it would have been the Doghouse, so I'll just do the elemental literally can't attack anybody. Actually, it can just borrow.
Oh, it's back through.
It just it appears next to Cam and Reynard.
A little cherubs will do a little panic.
Oh, that's even worse. He's hugging him.
And it's going to punch each of you again.
Just slap their heads together.
Reynard, that is a 26.
Oh, that's a big old hit.
High levels! Yeah, that's going to be 13 points of damage to Reynard. And then a punch to Cam. That is 27.
Hang on.
Why are you rolling so high to hit?
Because all of my rolls in Dead Reckoning have been garbage.
Such is the balance.
Such is the way of life.
I would like to.
18 points to Cam Buckland.
I'd like to react to that. Ow. And
Oh yeah, hit
Me
it.
too. Out.
I'm going to shoot it back because it's large or larger.
You have disadvantage.
Do I?
Does
Because
it?
it is right next to you.
Well, it says.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though because
Ranged attacks made within a melee range.
Your
My cherubs
bonuses
attack
are
your
still hit.
dude.
Technically, he started on the other side of the wall where the cherubs
that one?
were not.
Yep.
The cherubs around me.
Yes. You teleported through.
And he came into
He was on the other side. Is it when they enter the area, or is it when they start?
When they
When they
enter.
enter the area, then yes, he would.
Well, let me double check that.
Is a
first.
1 and just a straight miss? No matter
Yes.
what? Okay.
Well, I mean, you can add modifier.
That's
When it
13.
enters the area for the
Fair
first time.
Okay, so it would make a saving throw, which is a 17.
Yeah, it passes. It's
So it
just
takes half.
3d8.
I completely forgot about that large or larger
7.
reaction
So
shot.
7's with the half.
didn't know
That's
half,
halved.
yeah. Yep. So yeah, the cherubs just start picking away, like they're like pulling rocks off the elemental, like trying to pull
Whilst
these.
furiously playing a harp.
Yeah. Like
Battle
Tulio.
harp.
What, is it Tulio from
Yeah.
El Dorado, the one that does that, or is it Miguel?
Oh, well,
Miguel.
Miguel.
I think.
Does that?
doesn't do any damage, but
So that was the Dow's go. That was a slightly wrong
He's the-
order. Reynard.
Make it good.
Alright, I'm going to just run straight at the genie, regardless of the opportunity attack.
Ah, right.
While I'm doing that.
That is a 15.
God damn it. Exactly 15.
I rolled 3. 8 points of damage.
Oh. 34. 42. Okay.
As you run past, move your person.
So as I'm running, I'm firing twice at the genie.
As you're moving,
So you're not
so you're
in
not
range.
in disadvantage.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you technically be within 5 inches of the elemental, so you have disadvantage anyway.
Oh, so when I'm 5 feet from anything?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Man, I should
Because
play
it's
it.
basically, because if you think about it, he's trying to aim and he's got a big monster trying to hit him. It's throwing his
I
aim
didn't
off.
know that.
I'm pretty sure it
You can
is.
move
I
somewhere
will
else.
check.
Okay,
I will double check,
that hits.
but I'm almost certain.
It's 28 hit.
I mean, this is the thing: is Reynard's still gonna fucking hit.
I know, but if you're moving anyway, you
Range
can
attacks in
move
close
anywhere.
combat. Aiming a range attack is more difficult when a
guess.
foe is next to you. When you make a range attack with a weapon, spell, or summon means you have disadvantage attack, or if you're within 5 feet of a hostile creature.
there you go.
I'm
So
a
there you
hostile
go.
creature.
So
Actually, it's worth asking, because I wanted to end this movement by slamming into her.
okay,
So is it possible to, while moving, attack twice and then slam into her as part of the same movement? 'Cause
I would
that
say you would
seems
have to sacrifice one of your attacks.
Fine, I'll just...
So you shoot once and then you shoulder
Is
barge.
it your fancy new crossbow?
yeah.
Nice.
So the
12
first
to
one
hit.
did hit.
Has it got
Yes.
the elemental damage?
does.
Yeah, so 2d6 and a d8. 5, 9, 12, 18.
Nice.
And I'll just end the turn right next to her and shoot again.
Okay, so you're not going to try and shoulder barge her.
Nah.
You're just going to slide, Destiny style slide.
So, 21.
Cocking.
21 to hit with this. He's got plus 12 to attack.
That hits.
That's nuts.
That's the thing, is
nothing.
even if he rolls a 1, he hits a 13 AC. He's insane.
14.
14 points. So, these last few blows from Reynard, you can see that sand is beginning to kind of gush out of this dhow, this genie woman, and she's just snarling, looking around. How injured are you looking?
Half injured, half dead.
Half dead? Okay. With water elemental, she doesn't know, so. Juto!
Step the wind.
So, you move up to the thing, bonus action. 1 key point to Step of the Wind.
I'm out. I'm gonna ooze through the walls,
Delightful.
hoping that Cam sees me and throws up a little bit.
You watch Juto just.
Big earth elemental in my way.
Yeah.
I see it.
Can't see for the earth.
Anyone see me goop through? No.
I'd say Reynard probably does.
Laura appreciates it because she's used to doing things like that anyway. She's like, cool.
Is it like that dude in
Big
X-Men
watery
1 that pushed the
thumbs up.
space through the bars?
That's basically it. X-Men 1, the. Or if you've ever seen.
I thought you turned to water.
You ever seen X-Files? The creepy guy in X-Files that can get through tiny gates?
yeah, squeeze.
Oh, that makes
Squeeze.
it creepy.
Yeah.
creepier.
Yeah, it makes it super creepy.
Saying that, I think we all just
Step.
saw Laura just sort of melt into this
Puddle. Yeah. This slightly purple water. Okay, you're there, Juto. Bonus action, done, complete.
I'm just wondering whether or not to water whip or just attack her.
Well, it's your call.
Water whip is one attack, whereas I can do my.
Well, water whip is you make an attack, you make an unarmed strike with a range of 30 feet. So it's basically you get to attack, but as if you had a range of 30 feet. If you hit, they make a strength saving throw. You can either push or pull them, and then after that, you can make attacks as normal as well.
which
I
is
will do
2
that.
or 3 opportunity attacks.
I will do that then.
you
So
got
I will water whip.
Okay.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
It's going to hit. So roll your damage. Strength saving throw.
So damage is an unarmed attack. 6. No, sorry.
What's your DC?
Oh, it's.
DC is 15.
She's definitely failed.
Oh, she failed.
15.
15.
Sorry.
Damage.
2. Damage is 6.
Okay. The whip wraps around her arm, and she like looks up, and then she's yanked. Or are you pushing or pulling?
I'll yank her away from.
Okay.
Opportunity attack?
You don't get opportunity attacks for force movement.
Do you not?
Can I knock her prone? Does that knock her prone?
Because I once pulled a eagle griffin thing away, and that got opportunities.
That's if you're as in riding it, or
I
is
was
it
on
like
it, and I was forcing a guy
could
to pull it up.
That she means that if Juto is pulling her away, does Reynard and Elemental get? No.
I don't believe so. Because it's different if you're
'Cause it's
controlling
not-
a
they're-
creature.
yeah.
It's like because it's almost so quick that you don't realise what's going on.
They're
Whereas
not
somebody
willing
moving
to
away
move.
is a bit more like they've left themselves open.
Yeah, that's fair.
They've made the choice to move.
I've also used my
Okay, so
reaction this
you
turn.
pull her towards Kim, and then I take it you're going to fly down.
It doesn't knock her prone, does it?
It does. You can choose to push or pull her. I don't believe it knocks
Yeah.
prone.
Okay.
Also, she cannot be knocked prone
Okay.
because her body is
I
made
guess
of
she's
swirling
floaty, yeah.
dirt.
Swirly
And then
dirt.
I will
Fly down.
do my other attacks. So
You'll need to fly down. So
extra attack.
yeah, you do one more unarmed strike, and then you can spend key points or do a normal one-off as your bonus action. But you've actually already used your bonus action, so you just get one more unarmed strike.
17 to attack.
That does not hit her. She actually dodges to the side, and then that's it. You don't have any more actions to attack with.
Can I just be fine, just above her to hit?
You can, but I'm not going to adjust the thing.
Just imagine it.
I will imagine it. Elora.
Oh. I would like to get the Earth Elemental off of Cam, so I'm going to smack the Earth Elemental to try and get it to turn on me instead. Nope. 16.
It's not enough. You know it's not enough, sadly. It's the problem with fighting a form that you use yourself. You're like, damn it, I know it's AC.
Just can't roll.
You just can't roll. Sad Elora curse. Cam Buckland. Elora
Hello.
tries to help you, but you can see that the Earth Elemental is unimpeded by the water creature behind it.
Oh, just my thing.
Although it does
recharge.
seem potentially naturally drawn to fight.
Recharge.
I'm going to invoke my Cloak of Shadows and disappear and fucking run away from it.
Okay, so it needs to make a perception check to see if it knows where you are.
Disadvantage, surely.
It's
Surely.
Well, it's technically it wouldn't have disadvantage on the check,
I have disadvantage to hit.
You have advantage on the stealth, because you're basically moving away. So just give me a quick stealth check with advantage. And then it will have disadvantage if it does try and make an attack of opportunity.
21.
Okay, it doesn't know where you are, so I'm going to roll a d8 to see if it gets the right square, because it's basically guessing where you might be running to. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you are on 1, 2, 3, 4, if you are on 6, no 7, no 6, no. It just smashes the ground and just doesn't see where you are. So you can move away. Where are you going? Well, move your figure then, please.
Where are you going? Well, move it.
I'm not moving it for you. You can do it yourself. You're a big boy now.
Big boy now.
Standing next to Juto.
So invoke his action, move. Any bonus actions?
She is now within my cherubs.
She is. On her turn, she will be affected by the cherubs.
I'm happy with that.
However, the elemental is not within your cherubs.
That's fine. I'm basically cowering behind Juto.
Cowering behind Juto.
Oh, wait.
At the end of the round, you pop back into existence.
Can I bonus action potion myself?
Yes.
Greater healing.
Greater. 44.
1.
3.
1.
7 plus 4. 11 hit points.
Thank you. So much.
The DM's dice do not like rolling for you.
No, I know
only
they
like
don't.
rolling for me.
Oh, sorry.
That D4.
Cams go. Earth Elemental. Earth Elemental, sensing its most hated of foes, a Water Elemental, turns around and will strike you twice. Yeah. That's an extra 20.
Fuck's sake! Jesus!
16, 21 points.
When a fire elemental hate water.
It's weird because they create steam. It's just.
Would Water Whip do like any extra damage to the Dow?
It doesn't do extra damage, no. She has no vulnerability
I'm almost
because
out.
water isn't a damage type.
I'm almost out.
She just doesn't like it.
I'm just thinking of things of Pokemons.
That is a 22.
Yep. Bye.
That's 12, 17
not, 'cause
points.
lightning
I'm
would
out.
do
So you're
less.
back into Elora form.
I'm
So hopefully
fucking
not.
out. Wait, what was that? 17?
17.
I could turn it
Right,
into
so yeah,
glass.
definitely.
So the Earth Elemental punches the Water Elemental as the Water Elemental coalesces back into an elf form.
Oh.
And Elora
I'm fucked.
knocks down. I did it, chat! I did it!
Finally!
You got a form down. Oh, you should probably get rid of that.
Yeah, Katie can sort that, I'm sure.
Form down.
Right, that is the Earth Elemental's
Form
go.
of.
Form of
Does the
elf.
Does the damage carry over?
Yes, so any
I've done
leftover
it.
damage. Yeah, Katie knows. Katie's on it. Yeah, she
I
is.
just wondered.
The Dow's go. She has to make a wisdom saving throw against your cherubs.
16.
That's 21. So half damage, please.
Oh no.
4.
4. They start picking away, like pulling her hair, jabbing little arrows into her body. Ah! She's like batting them away like flies. Miserable little mortals, I will kill you! She cries out. She will turn around. She doesn't really want to move away from Juto, so she will basically just stand next to her and then try and hit her and Cam.
That thing is nuts.
Juto, once again, I prove that when I roll to hit you, I roll terribly. That is still a 19 though.
You roll terribly.
I rolled a 9 and she has plus 10.
Fuck off.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Plus 10.
But I'm assuming that hits?
What do you think?
Don't do master!
Oh,
15,
shit.
17. 19 points of damage and a strength saving throw, please.
Oh boy.
7!
You are knocked prone by the force of the blow.
Suck my...
Cam button. That's cocked.
Oh my god.
24.
Yeah.
That is 10, 15, 21 points of damage and a strength saving throw, please. Whoops.
Oh wait, no, I can't be knocked prone. No, that's Earth.
6.
So she swings this great hammer, hitting both of you, and just the force knocks you
I
down.
guess that my cherubs go away.
Well, no, it's only not prone. You do need to make a Constitution saving throw, though. For 11.
8, 9. There go my cherubs.
Sure, con mod? Yeah, 9, yep. So cherubs have gone, I'm afraid. Constitution fails. Reynard Farrahall.
So I'm still right next to this.
Earth Elemental.
Earth Bro.
You can always risk another dodge to the side.
I don't think I can. I'm going to do it anyway. So I want to go.
Oh, that disadvantage may have saved you there. That's only a 12. Ha-ha! He leaps to the side. You can't hit what you can't touch.
He's hit me twice. He can touch me.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Shooting the Ginny.
Do it. Do it.
Well, that's 18.
Brilliant.
18?
Hit. Does it? Just.
Just.
She goes to kind of turn her body to avoid it, but the blow strikes.
8,
True.
10, 16. Attack number 1.
How's everyone looking, by the way?
Pretty fucked.
Really?
Half fucked.
Are you fucked for
yeah.
spells?
Did you hit with the second attack?
I did,
assuming
yeah.
you did as you
I did,
rolled
pretty
damage.
I did. I hit rolled a 13, so that would have been 25.
Yeah.
How down are you?
And then I do
Have you got
another
3 hit points?
8, 14 damage.
Okay. Reynard.
13.
The first bolt strikes her. She kind of lurches forward, and sand just begins pouring out of her chest from this crossbow bolt. She turns with the hammer enraged, almost about to throw it at you, and she just catches another bolt in her chest, and her form splits and disintegrates into sand.
Does the hammer go with it?
Huh? The hammer just disintegrates into sand. It also was huge. It was like a giant's hammer.
I can use that.
The earth elemental does not disappear, however. But she kind of crumbles, and the earth elemental just starts getting really cross. Those are your 2 attacks, Reynard. You moved. Juto.
I've got no.
You could Exul, actually.
I'll just call Axel back to me.
Exul! To me!
Can I water whip whilst lying on the ground?
What's that?
Can I water whip while lying on the ground?
In theory, yes. You have disadvantage on attack rolls
It's an
while you're
action to
prone.
get up, isn't
It's
it?
half your movement.
Half my movement? Yeah. Oh, fuck it, I'll get up.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Just get up.
You're also like flying, so you can just be like, whoa. You still can get knocked prone because you were kind of like knocked to the ground, but then you just go whoop.
You
Is
sort of
it an
spin.
action to pick this up?
If you wanted
This.
to pick him up from prone, he's not unconscious,
This.
he's just on the ground.
I'm clawing.
He's really, really not good.
I'm going to attack the earth element, but not with water whip.
You just run up to it, spinning, flying to punch.
Average flying kick.
28.
Tits.
Jeez.
Ah!
What did you drop? Oh. Where'd that go?
9 normal damage. Plus 1 radiant
So
damage.
10.
Where did that?
Okay.
Oh,
The
it's there.
blow strikes into Prince's hide,
I'm not
cuts
gonna
off,
get it. Wait.
cuts into a deep gash into the stone.
Extra attack.
Looking for
It's under my foot.
That is another 28.
Yeah, hits.
Adventures from under the table.
6. 12 plus 5 radiant damage.
How long has that body been there?
Okay.
And my
Yep, another blow strikes into it.
fisties. Probably gonna miss. It is a 17.
Just.
17 hits, just.
Ooh, tasty.
Katie's like, I've got these stats.
I know it's a 17!
What if it was a special earth elemental?
So she had 18 AC, but he had
7.
less.
7 more. And you can't make any more because you have no key points to spend.
Is the
So Juto just wails on this earth elemental like with a few flurries of blows, and it begins cracking some of the stone.
is the world shifting?
It is beginning to shift, yes, but the earth, the walls that were in place are beginning to crumble slowly, and you can see that things are beginning to take on more of a airy texture, but it's slow.
Right.
Okay.
Cool. Things are breaking down.
Push the walls down!
Lure.
With seeing that, can I shout at Salah and just say to him,
So you're shouting through the stone
get
wall.
us out of here, what do we need to do?
You hear very muffled through the stone. I need to wait a bit longer. My friend is still taking that.
Hurry up!
All I can hear is excuses.
I'm going to blight the elemental.
Okay.
Why not?
Rip elemental.
Rah!
5th level.
Instead.
It's like, I've used elemental form. Luckily, I'm still also an incredibly powerful spellcaster. Unlimited power.
That was really
should-
super
we should do HighRollers
fun. Can you make a Constitution save?
I can. Luckily, it's quite good at these.
Yeah, well,
Welcome.
Oh, that's still a
Delirious
terrible
HighRollers.
roll, though. That's only a 14.
no. 1, 2,
How many do you need?
4,
We've gone insane.
Yep.
5,
Do it.
We would have done 11 hours of D&D this weekend.
7.
Plus party.
Plus the party.
Eight.
A little bit hangover.
Spent all weekend with these people.
Did you have fun, Tim?
I don't remember.
So,
Do it. Take your I can feel the anger in you now. Hang on, no, I can even do this even better. I am the spirit. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I've lost count now. Fuck's
To
sake!
re-roll.
It was like 50 something.
Wow.
60,
Holy
16,
shit.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23,
That's a lot of sevens.
24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47,
Is it dead?
50, 51 damage.
That's like half its life, isn't it?
The blight spell renders it into rubble.
Yay!
It's not even roll, it's just dust.
I like that one. I don't have to roll to hit.
With no more threats, it takes perhaps maybe another 15-20 seconds. The realm begins to crumble, but you can see the airiness is there, but it's not quite stable. As the earth, the stone walls that the Tao conjured begin to crumble away, Salah is there, he waves, and he focuses, and a airy cloud door, vaguely shaped, begins to form in the middle of the room. He's like, quickly now, we must return to your material plane. Quickly!
Yep.
Quickly.
Yeah, I'm gonna quick up
Quickly.
Cam and like put him to his feet.
And you just pull him up. And then you guys rush through, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay,
Are
so
you...
rush through, and you find yourselves back in the noble district of Tansval, where you first
Oh,
entered.
so we'd leave. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna cure
when-
wounds, Cam.
Salah enters, you can see his form. He normally has like air legs, like a kind of whirlwind. They become like a pair of loose-fitting pants and shoes, and his skin is still blue-ish, but it's more of a human pink.
Do you have any other XYs we should know about, Salah?
None that you need worry about for now.
For now.
For now,
Okay.
is she gonna keep coming after us because she thinks that we've got some items?
No, my friends. You see, tracking individuals on your plane is so much harder than finding. She knows, obviously, that I live on the airplane, so she knew where to find me. Here, it is much more difficult. The magic is very. I am likely going to hide here myself.
Are you saying that we need to hide?
No.
Can I insight check?
I feel we deserve some kind of compensation.
You deserve
18.
a job well done. Very good.
No.
Excellent work.
No.
We'd appreciate something more material than just a job well done.
Or how about
You
you
return.
help us in our troubles coming up? We came to your aid, you come to ours.
What aid do you expect? I am a humble merchant. What can I do?
Well,
Return his dagger.
I cannot. It is already, the cube consumed the magic. I cannot.
You
Enhance it.
one.
Enhance it.
I cannot just do this. It requires components. I do not just create magic items for fun. If I did, I would be a rich man. Creating items requires components. It requires gold. It requires
I'm sure
value.
you have a lot of gold.
Not here. It's all in my realm, which I can't go back to now.
In
I don't
that
have
case-
anything here.
How about that gauntlet that would assist Alora greatly?
I told you I do not have it here. It is in my realm, which I cannot return to. My wife is out. She will find me soon. I will hide here for some time. I am more than willing to give you some aid if you can think of some way that I can help you, but I cannot just give you things from my collection. I
We-
don't have them with me.
Are looking for allies, powerful allies, in the fight against a particularly powerful.
But I am not much of a fighter, my good man. What can I do?
She resides in the clouds.
Have you traded with any warriors? Anyone brave and strong that's willing to help us?
Not in this plane, in other dimensions. You are the only customers I have here in this realm.
Can you find a way to supply
our allies with strong weapons and armor, potions, anything, spells?
No. Well, yes, but it will take me time. I will need to locate ways to access my collection and my supplies without alerting Dashira to my presence, which will take some time. I can obviously use my excellent skills as a trader to begin amassing wealth here in your realm. I don't think it will be hard. Your people don't quite understand the beauties of the trade yet. I could likely set myself up as a small merchant and hide for the time being. I did consider roaming around searching for treasures to add to my collection, but I can wait for some time.
You still have your powers as a genie, yeah?
Some, yes, I do.
That means
I am reminding myself of my powers.
you can grant a wish, can't you?
No, I've told you before, I cannot do that anymore. I am a freed djinn. Freed djinn can no longer grant wishes.
Do you have any experience in politics?
Also, you when you meet a djinn, do not ask for wishes, Mr. Buckland.
He
They
did
are
tell
likely,
us that.
they corrupt them. It is our nature, we like to mess with your small
You wouldn't
minds.
do that to us.
Well, depends on the wish. If you have a particularly badly phrased wish, perhaps I cannot help myself.
I'm very articulate. Thank you.
There is.
There are some things I can do. I can do some things which may be able to help. I can help supply food and drink. I can conjure air elementals on occasion. I can create items that I could sell. Things like swords and armor, mundane matters. This is easy for me. I can help supply. If you have armies or something, I can likely help supply them with arms and armor that they would otherwise need to spend coin on.
Air elementals would be helpful.
Only one. One a day. One air elemental per day.
We are currently...
Very, very specific genie magic.
We should introduce
Very
him to
talkative, isn't
Korak.
he?
Korak will know who to give it to.
Well, I was going to say, we're
REYNIE.
running a campaign to return Korak, the champion of Talasval, back to leadership of this humble domain.
Your plane smells. I do not like it that much.
Your plane tried to kill us.
No. That was Dashira's plane. My plane is very nice.
If you can.
What were you saying?
We are trying to return Korak,
Who is this?
the champion of Talasval, back...
Who is this?
Someone from our realm.
Okay.
A good guy.
Say this. The elf knows, foolish idiot.
Where else is he going to be from?
Put an armor
Sigil.
against Reynard.
Feywild. I don't know.
We are going to introduce you to one of our friends, and he will need your aid in creating food and supplies and gathering weapons.
Okay. Yes, I will do this as payment for saving my life.
Thank you.
As a from the airplane, would you know much about cloud giants? It is a cloud giant.
Oh yes, I know cloud giants. Yes.
Is there anything that might aid us against her?
Don't fight them. They favor magic, lightning. Don't be affected by lightning. That is useful tip. They are very big. Don't underestimate their physical strength. They are not warriors like frost giants or hill giants, but they are still very strong and still very capable in battle.
Interesting.
Do they have any weaknesses?
Like what?
Like they are...
They favor lightning.
They favor
What
lightning. Do they have a weakness?
No.
Of an element?
No.
Not
Elementally, very few giants have things like that. Creatures, fire elementals and things like that maybe have vulnerabilities, but not them.
Out of interest, would
Yes.
I'm asking Mark now.
Yes?
I have greater favoured enemy of giants.
Yes?
Would I already know most of all this?
Yes?
Okay. Sweet.
Thank you.
I picked that before
Yes.
I even knew the campaign.
It is
so
strange
really
with cloud giants. With cloud giants, it is strange. Sometimes they are very kind to. They call you folk the small folk. They call humans small folk.
Yes, Farrier called us small folk.
Small folk. Some cloud giants are very kind to your people. They are naturally inclined to righteousness and freedom and all of these good things. Occasionally, these ideals are corrupted and they become very selfish and they become very obsessed with power. They are great appreciators of treasure. I have traded with many cloud giants. They love magical items and artifacts. They love wealth. Often they can be bribed or paid for.
I think this one is after power more than anything.
Very dangerous combination. The only thing more powerful than a cloud giant is a storm giant.
don't happen to know any of those.
That is unfortunate. One would be a great ally.
Do you know any storm giants?
I know many storm giants, but not on your realm.
Darn.
If you ever are in Faerun, I will introduce you.
Do I happen to know,
King Hecaton, very nice man.
or have I heard of any storm giants?
I mean, you've heard stories of storm giants. The giants actually helped the dragons fight the demonic invasions like centuries ago. The storm giants are their greatest warriors and spellcasters. They're also known for their prophecy abilities. They can see the future, and they're often known for their greatest seers can often see many, many years into the future. And it's believed that there's kind of an ancient story your uncle used to tell that the storm giants they have something called the Ordning, and the storm giants are at the top, and they command the other giants. But long, long ago, after the demonic invasions that the dragons fought against, the storm giants saw something in the future and decided that they would leave the mortal realms, that they would go out to sea and form their kingdoms and not meddle in the affairs of mortals.
Right.
And this obviously angered many of the other giants and kind of left a lot of the cloud giants in command.
Well, I don't think we're going to get any of those on our side.
Oh well.
The only thing that you can remember about them if you wanted to try and track down storm giants is that they live in the middle of the ocean in a great whirlpool. It's said to be that they created a great whirlpool that goes down to their realm.
They could be an incredibly powerful ally, but the risk and chance of even getting one on our side seems
Slim,
Maybe not
Very
then.
considering the time we have.
Just
Yes.
out of interest, some sort of invasion is occurring by your conversation, I think.
Yes.
Who is your enemy?
The cloud giant.
What's their name?
The broken sky.
Broken Sky. Is their leader?
Felania.
Felania. This is good to know. If they win, I make myself a good friend.
Great. Until then,
Thank you so
owe
much.
us.
Until then, I help your dragon man, Korak.
Yes, and we will lead you to him now.
Okay.
All right, we'll guide him.
What does one do if one wants food here?
You conjure it yourself.
Well, I don't want to do that all the time. That requires effort.
You can go
Can I not
to
just clap?
No.
Food! Clap boy!
Ignore this man.
Clap boy!
Ignore him.
You won't manage to do that around here. In
This
fact,
is-
people might look at you very
this is terrible.
strangely. I
I'm gonna
know.
Give him.
How do you live like this?
You have to go into an establishment that sells food
I'm just
and
going to give
buy
him one
it.
gold coin.
Ah,
and
this I
7.
can deal. And he looks around. Point me to an establishment.
We need to go to
Point him to
Korak.
the
Like a
nearest.
tavern or a food, like a little like
Actually,
pint.
where are we headed for Korak?
Champions Hold, center of the city.
We'll
So you'll go down.
We'll go. Come with us. We'll go find one, and
Okay.
we'll just go to Champions Hold.
Although, actually, it's going to be very difficult getting into Champions Hold right
It
now.
actually
Especially
is.
with this dude.
Yeah, if you want to find Korak, he's probably at the temple or out doing his politicking.
Temple seems to be
Politico.
the most sort. It's like HQ
our new
right
hub,
now.
yeah.
So let's just head to the temple then.
Okay.
And if we happen to pass somewhere on the way,
Well,
then
you will, because the city's so huge.
Yeah.
You point him at a thing, he goes, excellent, and it's like a little shop, it's like a bakery. And he's like, ah! He walks in, and he spends some time talking with the person there. And then he walks out with a basket full of bread loaves and pies, and he's just eating the pie.
And
He's
someone's
like,
already
"Easy."
changing the sign
Did you
to
pay
have his
for
name
that?
on it.
Pie?
No, I pie. No, these are pies. Would you like a pie, Campakland? Or bread?
Yeah, thank you.
Take it. I convinced the lady to give me some.
How?
Well, I bartered.
Does it work?
No, I bartered. I used my tradesman skill.
Oh.
I promised her that when I have gold, I will come back, I will buy her more supplies. She names bread after me.
Wow.
she names
names
bread
bread.
after you.
Yes, and then she gives me sample.
Can I have a salar?
No, these are not my breads. These are just she gave gift.
Ah.
So she's
And will you
making a
go
new
back?
type of bread
Once
that
I
she
bring
will
her
name
money.
after
Yes,
you.
once I bring her, I will pay for it.
And will you go back to pay for this?
Yes, I honor my agreement. He's eating his pie.
Merchants need a good
Eating a
reputation.
meat pie.
There's
Well,
going to
clearly.
be Salah bread in Talisfal now.
Watch this. Watch this. And he goes over and he looks around. He finds a blacksmith. And he walks over. He starts talking to the blacksmith. And then he like points around and he points at the forge where there's a bunch of iron blocks and things like that. And he like talks to the man. He's like, The man looks at him dubiously, and then Salah just goes, and a bunch of the ingots and the metals and the leather fastenings transform into 4 breastplates. Just 4 metal breastplates, like full suits, just transform instantly. The man is like completely stunned. Salah turns back, talks to him a little bit more. The man just hands him, like literally goes in, pulls out a big sack of coins, hands it to Salah. He takes that, shakes the man's hand, and then comes back.
Wow.
See? Easy.
Maybe he would be better suited meeting the guild masters.
I like guildmasters if they are tradesmen. They are my people.
Well,
We
he
must
could
allow him
help
to
with.
Korak first because we do not know which of the guild masters work for the Broken Sky.
He may help with Korak's campaign.
That designate.
I must question. One quick question. 200 gold? 2 common folk like this man. Is this a lot?
Yes.
It's all I have.
Good.
How much do you have?
200. A small sum. He did not believe I could pull off my feet.
He has, in 2 minutes, made as much money as I currently have on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why you are not a tradesman.
I will say,
Young Fairhorn.
you need to be very careful with who you deal with in this city.
Yes.
Why? Everyone is customer.
Everyone is a
Remember-
customer, yes, but some customers are working for the enemy.
I killed them.
What?
I killed them.
I thought you said you couldn't fight.
I fight when I need to protect my investments.
We're an investment.
Consider
and
this
In
city
Dow
your
Realm I couldn't
investment.
fight. In Dow Realm I couldn't fight. Here I can fight mortals. Easy.
If you are
You can't die
100,
so quick.
if you are 100% certain the person you're dealing with is Broken Sky,
Kill them.
Yes.
by all means.
No, because he doesn't know what that means, really.
I ask them,
kill
are you Broken
anyone.
Sky? They say yes, I kill them.
They may
I
have a
feel like-
tattoo on them.
You might not want to.
Kill all with tattoos.
You might
Very
not
good.
want
No,
to go
not
around.
every tattoo. Oh no.
Please don't go around town
Released a
asking if
serial
someone.
killer.
Do I kill people or not?
No.
Don't kill people.
Okay.
I've been told.
So trade with everyone, don't kill anyone.
Yes.
Excellent. My type of business.
Well,
If he goes around town asking for who's Broken Sky,
He like
then
ties
he
it to his
won't-
belt.
that's not
Ties
good.
like this massive coin pelt to his belt, which jingles and jangles as he walks around.
but we don't want him to supply goods to the Broken Sky. He's directly.
I know, but
While
you
you
can't.
two are having a conversation, Salah sees like a silk merchant and just walks over and starts. And he buys like rolls of cloth and fabric, hands over some of his gold, starts carrying them back.
Are people already like changing the name of their signs to Salah?
No. He's going around and
He goes into every
he's
shop
like
and the
buying
sign
goods
just
to then
changes.
trade on later and sell to other people.
This is gonna be the Salah district.
Does he go back to the bread lady and
Not yet.
No?
He's like, no, we need more gold.
Soon. Okay.
Let's direct him to Korak, and Korak will
Yes,
guide
please.
him to the right people.
You might be able to help in a different way with Korak.
Exactly.
Okay.
Do we want him to supply our armies, or do
What
we
do
want
you
him
think
to
this is?
influence
Oh.
the campaign?
You wish to know why I have silk
campaign.
bucket?
Yes.
I need to find one who makes clothes, tailor.
No,
Oh, we know one.
Oh, send me. I go meet him.
We
We
will.
make good business partners.
It's called
Yes.
the Unicorn's Patch.
Okay,
You can find it.
very good.
His name is Enoran.
I remember this. Always looking for new business partners.
Say that we sent you.
I think of name for my shop. Magnificent Salah's Magic Emporium.
I actually love that.
I trade all things.
I like this.
Yeah,
Kinda
it's
like
not
that.
bad.
Let's take him to Korak.
Yeah, let's go to Korak. Let's go to the
I like
temple.
Mortal Realm. Smells. Don't like the food. Lots of business potential.
You might get used
Sometimes
to
I go to Fire Elemental Plane. They attack me. Straight away. Here, nice man. Nice people.
Well, you're about to meet a nice Dragonborn.
Okay, let's go. Why are we still here talking?
I'm going to go into the temple.
it. Yeah.
So you guys make your way there. Correct! You constantly have to be like, no, Salah, come on. Like, he's just like, no, and he's like trying to buy fruit. And he slowly just starts building up this collection of just random gubs. Like, he'll buy like a basket of grapes.
He's
and
already got, like,
a chicken.
3,000 gold.
And like, but then, yeah, he'll go and he'll sell things that he's got and he adds more gold. And in like a couple of hours, he's got a bulging coin purse. He's got a small wagon, like a cart, filled with just junk.
He can
And
do
he's just pulling it
labor
around.
instantly for nothing. That's how he's
Not
earning.
all the time. I am nearing my limit.
Right.
Has he got someone pulling the cart as well?
He doesn't have any physical labor. He's pulling it himself at the moment. But there's almost like a point where he seems to be enjoying it. Like it's kind of adding
Getting
like a
back
little.
to basics.
Yeah, he's kind of enjoying it. Like he's like, oh, this is fun.
I just want to try out the mundane job.
Yeah,
for a while.
try out being a
He'll
in the
employ
mortal
people
realm. Just don't worry, that'll come.
It's like Alan Sugar going back to his little van with his Amstrats.
You're fired.
Okay.
Is Korak here in the temple?
No.
What time is it?
So it's about midday. You get back to the temple. Cassandra and Korak are still out politicking. It seems that when you ask people around, he's kind of being a bit non-stop at the moment. He's going around. He's constantly trying to meet with people. One of the things you learn is that Korak is still desperately trying to speak with the council and speak with the guildmasters to get them to listen to him. And it's the same story. He gets turned away, or they say something which, an argument sparks out and he has to leave, or they storm out and they leave. But he constantly still keeps going back and trying to get more of them on his side. You do find out a couple of other things when you get back, mainly from Lady Amaryllis, who informs you about lots of what's been happening. Finney has actually given up his seat on the council and is now working for Korak, so he's pledged pledged his allegiance to Korak, and he's actually brought most of the brewers and alchemists with him. So they're on Korak's side, and they've got a lot.
Good, Finney.
The brewers, you find out, Finney, you probably meet him at some point and he'll tell you, the brewers have a lot of the common folk's interest, and so they go with what the common folk want, and obviously they're big drinkers, and so they kind of follow Korak. Giles Woodcroft also leaves the council, but unfortunately most of his guild don't follow. He brings some loyalists, but he kind of comes on as Korak's campaign manager, and you find him at the temple. He's busy planning meetings and doing things like that. He kind of shakes all of your hand and he's, seems very gracious to, what you've kind of helped achieve, but he's going to kind of help Korak on an administration front. He loudly curses that Korak has no scheduling skills whatsoever.
The Lightborn children that we rescued.
Yes.
Where did they go?
You don't know.
And Cassandra's out, isn't she?
Yes, well, Cassandra never brought them back.
It was
did.
Melody.
Where'd she go?
Yeah.
Maladi.
We need to find her.
There was the Korak and father being werewolf, being captured issue that kind of.
Where did we last see her?
Yeah, we just
She
told her.
was
leaving,
left her at
New
Newlight.
Where did she say she'd go with them?
Talisval.
Just Talisval. We'll have to find out
must
if
have
anyone's
taken
seen
them
her.
Yeah, can we make inquiries as to
Yeah.
if she's been seen?
What inquiries would you like to make?
To see if anyone, if a woman called Malady and
yeah. Did
what's
we?
her robot?
Guards, maybe?
Hank.
Did he come along? Was he? Did he?
He was
die?
with her.
No,
No,
it's
he's-
Elix's robot that died.
Wrong campaign.
Yeah, you can ask if a giant
Aw.
metal man and a woman called Malady have been sighted.
With some children, yeah.
Absolutely. Why don't you, so is that what Juto's going to be doing
Yes.
for the time being? Okay, why doesn't Juto make a couple of persuasion or intimidation checks as you go around asking questions?
I was also going to do that, but asking guards specifically, like.
Okay.
if
I
they're
didn't
on
know if you
watch.
wanted to do something different and go and find other people.
Well,
I was maybe
these guys with
gonna-
Solar.
Going to ask Lady Amy if she had seen any.
Lady Amy
because
has not
she-
seen them.
Right.
I can tell you that nobody in the temple has seen them.
Okay.
What'd you get, Kim?
10, 11, and 16.
For just general charisma checks?
Yeah, I've got the same on both
Oh, no, both.
intimidation and.
Okay, so it takes you a bit of time. It maybe takes you a couple of hours just wandering around, asking guards, inquiring with like the gates and things like that. You make your way to the city gates and you ask there. And yes, a woman matching Malady's description. More importantly, they remember the giant metal walking man. Did arrive in the city with a group of children in tow. They are not sure where she went, but she was asking of orphanages or places that would take in children.
Okay. so
Can
they
I
made
ask
it
like
back.
what they
They
advised?
gave some general directions to several places. If you go looking for those, you don't find Malady and Hank, but you remember some of the children remember you, and they are indeed the Lightborn children. Some of them, their parents, they never had parents. They were originally orphans. They actually tell you that the ones who did have parents, their parents came and eventually found them, and they've been reunited with them. Basically, some of them were from cities outside of Talisval. So the ones whose family live away are staying at the orphanage, and messages have been sent to their families, basically.
Are any of them the ones who kind of looked a bit like there's nothing?
Yeah. It's one of them has already been taken in by the family, but one of the orphan kids is one of the ones that the gemstone, the girl, I can't remember her name, Sana, I think.
Sounds right, yeah.
So Solara said that I just needed to break the gem to return the soul.
On the forehead. Just keeps smashing into
So
the forehead.
I don't want to risk it in case that's not quite.
What else are we gonna do with them though?
Yeah, well, I don't want to break it and then it just like goes whee, and then this kid's like dead inside forever. You know,
Just
I've
tell
been
it to-
through that phase. It's not great.
We'll just
you
tell it
know?
to breathe in really sharply.
I can't really. This is you got to make a call on what you want
I
to do.
don't
If you
think
want to
anyone
just
will
try
know.
it, or if you want to try and get help, or get somebody to look into
Maybe
it.
we could ask
I-
Alfred for
I
help.
would like to. So now, knowing where these children are now,
Uh-huh.
I would like to ask them if they could visit Cassandra at the temple sometime because she seemed concerned about them.
The kids go and fetch the orphan mother,
Okay.
who's kind of looks after the orphanage, and you kind of explain
Yeah.
some of the situation to her. She listens. She's heard the story from that. She actually tells you that the woman that brought them and the large metal man, they left them there, and then they said that they just went off. They went somewhere else in the city, and she doesn't know where they've gone. She's been trying to find them to see if they need anything, but hasn't been able to find them. But she said she'll happily take them to the temple.
Yeah.
Do you want to give them the gem, or are you just going to instruct them to go
I'm
there?
gonna keep it.
Okay.
But I would like to find probably Alfred and then Lady Amy and Cassandra and
Explain.
ask them what they think about this
Okay.
soldier.
Okay. Well, does anybody else want to do stuff while that's going on?
I don't think so. I think I'd be infatuated with Salah.
Okay. Just like watching him
Seeing
go about
what
his
he's
business.
doing.
Okay. So you're going to try and
Pick
have him
up
meet up
some
with Christ.
tips on how he
He
barters.
hates the temple, and he's constantly just like, can we leave? I wish to leave.
Yeah, let's go some.
Let's go. And you and him
Take
scoot
him to
off.
Aaron.
Yeah, can
Yeah, I'll take you to the
Yeah.
unicorn's patch.
Okay. Anything else from you two?
So
what
I
time
did
of
go
day
looking.
is
You
it?
can do if you want to. Yeah, it's up to you. You can
What-
just assume you were with her.
Yeah, I would have just gone with Kim, I think. So.
Is there anyone else
Juto,
that we
sorry.
anyone else that we need to meet with? Where's our next stop?
Well,
I wish to learn. So if we're kind of
Just
retconning
if
a
we're
little bit,
planning, where we're
I wish to seek out where the children went. After Salah told me that those gems contain their souls, I see
Yes.
it's only fair if we return them.
definitely. I think we should seek out Alfred, but in general, where should we go next in terms of gathering allies?
well, I suppose we could meet in Is it Finney's Tavern?
Yes.
To just accumulate a list of everyone that is powerful enough to assist us.
Yeah.
That makes
So
sense.
let's make a list of who we have and who we need to approach. And I
Kim
know,
has made a list.
but we need to just sit down and make sure that we've, as 4 characters, know.
Have accumulated that list together.
Yeah.
I'm not a
Make
character.
sure that
I am a tiefling.
Okay.
that wasn't that was terrifying. Just to make sure we're getting all bases.
I would also like to, at some point, have a short rest because I'm very bloody injured.
Same. Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Well,
you guys are in the city, you're pretty safe. You
Yeah.
can take a short rest at any point you want.
What time of day is it?
Midday.
Midday.
So I'm
Convenient midday.
gonna rest and then head out on my
Okay.
little orphanage adventures.
Spend your hit dice as you see fit.
12.
And it is also time for a break.
Convenient time.
Okay.
So while these guys do their HPs, we're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back with some more Talisval RP. We'll see you soon. 5 minutes, we'll be back.
Goodbye, 28.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Corporal Thumb, reporting for duty.
Ready, sir?
Thank you, Lieutenant Thumb. Welcome back to High Rollers with me, Beardless Mark Humes. Wrong Twitter handle. We come back from the break. I've had some more sips of Red Bull to try and wake up. Kim, you had a little nap on the floor.
I wasn't napping.
Well,
I was just
laying
lying
down.
on the floor thinking about the life.
About life. We are leveling up, so the players are all leveling up now. To do that,
Level 12.
level 12. So ability score modifiers. Some of you are deciding to take feats.
Yes.
Some of you have improved your ability scores. We will update the character art and stuff.
I didn't, because I'm a level 11 cleric.
You're a
one
level 11
rogue.
cleric.
Hopefully, my charisma will be correct in the next character.
It is already.
It's 8 at the moment, isn't it?
We
No, I
changed
fixed
it.
that
We fixed it
motherfucker.
last week.
So HP.
We're taking the
doing
average.
Average for your class, yeah.
Just rolled a 7.
You asked me this literally
Every
a few
time.
seconds ago.
I don't remember anything.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I was lying on the floor.
You even worked out what your new HP would be.
My new
It should
HP
be
is
65.
Hey!
It's changed.
Well, my max HP now needs to be updated too.
Whoa,
A heads up, I'm
to the wall
most
of stone.
likely going to take the sharpshooter feat, which will allow me to
Ridiculous.
minus 5.
Which I want to point out, Katie and I did, like we suggested it. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's going to be, he's
I haven't actually read
basically
through
going
all
to
the feats
have,
yet, but
because of the -5 to attack, he's basically just going to have a +7 to attack, which
Like
is
a
like a
normal
normal
person.
fucking attack.
and it adds 10 to my damage, which makes me bigger, badder, stronger than ever. Renard. Renard for whom?
Constitution brings up your.
It adds your HP, yes, as well. So if you have a Constitution modifier, you would add that as well.
But you can up your stats to 20, like I have done for my wisdom. Wise as
My
fuck.
dex is so close.
Yeah,
could up
instead
your
of a
dex.
feat, you could up your dex by 2.
Up that
And that would add to your attack bonus and your damage bonus.
Yeah.
What's my spell save DC now?
That sounds tasty.
What was it before?
16,
Increase it by 1.
17.
Yeah, I don't think I want to upgrade my stats, so I'm just going to take some big feet.
And just so, because I saw someone in chat talking about it, the Unbroken Empire has been in High Rollers since the beginning. They just never went there to explore it. It's always been on the map, just never come up in conversation. So it's not been introduced at the
being
last minute.
What?
Just saw somebody saying like, oh, it's really convenient that Mark introduced this like other army in the southern area of the town. I'm like, they've always been there. Just the guys have had no reason to go there.
We've been
So,
pretty much
The
on.
map has always existed. It's just...
We
You just
haven't.
never had a reason to go there.
We
so you
haven't
never interacted
uncovered
with
it yet.
Yeah. So
We haven't loaded up that part.
I don't do things like, oh, here's a convenient military power to help you. I don't do that. I don't care if they die.
A convenient...
They like
Literally, I could care less if they all die.
Are they like the Unsullied?
The fog of war has not been lifted.
They're like
Mercs.
Jedi. They kind of have like a real Jedi council, Jedi philosophy.
Mostly dead.
Fucking powerful.
Yeah. But not like force powers, like just the philosophy of the
Do they have
Jedi.
lightsabers?
No.
Whatever.
Useless.
No.
So, Talisval, you were all going about several bits and bobs of business. Remind me what those were.
I was trying
kids.
to find the kids, and
You found them?
I'm now
Alfred.
finding like Alfred, so I can ask him about soul gems.
And then we were gonna sit and compile our to-do list of people
Okay.
to go and visit and get
Okay.
on our side.
Sure. So, Reynard and Juto,
And
you
were going to
guys
Ennery.
find Alfred and Lady Amarith and those kind of guys. You talk to them about it, and Alfred basically says, I will need some time to look into this. I need to examine the gems and make sure we know the right way. Do we have to break them in facility? Do we have to, shatter them and will the souls just find their way home? We need to figure it out. Lady Amarith agrees with him, saying that, kind of echoing, I understand how you feel, Juto. We must make sure that we don't make any mistakes with this. This is too important for us to risk. So Alfred and Lady Amarith ask you if you'll leave the gemstones with them, and then when the children arrive, they will basically try and figure it out with them. And Alfred's going to use some magic to try and divinate the right course.
Yeah, I'd like to just leave them saying, I would like to be there if possible when they take a course of action.
Of course, they say they'll probably give it a few days to try and figure out the best course of action. They also, if the other one has been reunited with their parents, they're going to try and track them down so they can do that as well.
I would also like to say that they shouldn't constantly bring the children back for experiments and things like that because they've already gone through so much that they leave them
Alfred,
as much as they can.
these won't be experiments. This will be, he wants to meet the children, cast a few spells to see if there's residual effects. He's not going to be probing them, he's not going to be poking them or anything like that.
Just let them live their lives, but, you know, don't bring them into it too
Lady
much.
Amaranth is very impressed by your empathy.
I'm learning.
But yeah, it's generally kind of a, you know, they'll take care of it, basically. This is beyond the realm of a tiefling monk and a human ranger.
I know, I just want to be there.
No, that's absolutely fine. Like, they will let you know when that is occurring. But it could be a couple of days.
Cool.
That's fine.
I'm with Salabalat in the unicorn patch.
Oh, yes. So
Here we go.
heading there,
Yeah,
you... Salar is his usual self. He's bartering as he goes along the way.
The whole way I'm like, how would you trade with him? How would you get stuff from that person?
He looks at it and he says, well, you look at what they need. You see what you can provide. If you can't provide something now, you look at what you can provide in the future. You make an agreement. If it's something that you cannot give right away, you normally have to give them something greater in return, and so on and so forth. It's all about creating good relationships.
Can you make food?
I can, but only a few times per day.
Now, I've got this big plan.
Tell me.
From when all of this is over,
Okay.
I'm going to set up a stall.
Okay.
It's Cam's grapes.
Right?
And he's going to sell grapes. That's me.
So you mean a vineyard?
What?
You want to grow grapes in a vineyard, an orchard,
Yes.
and then you will sell these grapes.
And I'll eat some.
He looks at you. Sounds a great idea. I love it.
I knew it was.
Yep.
I knew it was.
I will help invest. I will help you buy your first grapes. I will help you buy your first land.
Do you put them in the ground and then they grow?
We have much to discuss. I will be business
I look forward
person.
to it.
I only take 70%.
Is that all?
Yes, and I provide you all my information on growing grapes.
I'll take 50%.
65.
You take 70, I'll take 50.
Deal.
Shake.
He just shakes. He's like, okay. You make your way to the unicorn's patch.
I
And
just have an
around
image of Cam plopping grapes in
in
the
the ground,
ground.
expecting them
grow.
to grow. Not into it'll be a grape tree.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's what things in the ground grow into, is trees.
I just really like the idea of Cam just every now and then just planting a
Every
grape.
morning, like, it grew
It's just
a
mush.
little bit.
Yeah, basically. You open the door to the unicorn patch. Enoran is inside. There are a few customers and things like that. Basically, what you expect to happen happens. In that Solar is like, oh, it's very fabulous. Enoran is very sort of distrusting. Yes, who is this fellow? And they talk for a moment, leaving Cam to his intellectual nothings.
I'm musing about grapes.
Salar discusses with Inoran. He claps his hands, and you watch as bolts of cloth and silks all kind of combine into these elaborate, airy dresses. Inoran looks over them. No, these won't do. This is terrible styling. Like, we can't. You don't clap fuchsia with violet. This is awful. Why would you? And Salar's like, what are you talking? These are beautiful. Look at this fine stitching. He's like, oh, the stitching's fine, but there's no character here. There's nothing. This is manufactured. This is not what people want. And Salar is a bit taken back. He's like, no, but I've done your work for weeks in seconds. He's like, and that is precisely the problem. There's no heart. This is not an Enoran Swiftwind design. This is off-the-rack garbage. And Salar just like looks at him and he's like, my apologies. I did not understand you are an artist. I was led to believe you are a businessman. This is very different. Perhaps there is something else we can help with. What supplies do you need? He begins talking about, things he might need. Is there ways that Salar can provide things or sell on his creations?
Material.
Salar's like, what if you were to produce? What if we say we create a line for those who cannot afford such elaborate designs? How much is this? Oh, that's 200 gold. People. He gestures. They cannot afford this, but perhaps we can make a smaller, simpler one using my skills. And Alaran seems, it's like, well, perhaps it would be nice to offer things. We will need to discuss this in more detail. And then, Buckland,
Huh?
do you have anything to do?
I'm very busy.
Well, you should, myself and your new friend here, this will take some time. There's no need for you to wait around here.
Can I get a shirt?
No, what, for free?
I thought that's what Salah would do. He'd get me a shirt.
Out! He just kind of shuffles you out.
Okay.
And you overhear like the conversation of they turn to, well, I'm certainly not going to produce it of that low quality. It's like, but we must talk about resources. And there's definitely an ongoing discussion there between the two of them.
I'm kind of like imagining like Salah is like kind of producing, you know, like aloha shirts or like shirts with dragons on them and stuff like that.
Tacky.
And like calf shorts.
It's,
really bright colours.
Solar is the Primarch of the fantasy realm, like
He's making, like,
mass-produced
knockoff products.
Yes,
Yeah,
but you know,
wholesaling.
he'll go out to a designer and be like, nobody can afford your incredibly expensive clothes, but if we put your name on it and make something cheaper, loads of people will buy it. And so that's the kind of conversation he's going with. He's a fantasy Alan Sugar genie.
I feel like he's going to make merchandise based on us as characters.
Could do.
You can make Korak shirts.
Could do.
Like tell us
Available
how.
at store.yogscast.com.
I was thinking about this the other day. Actually, we're like campaigning for Korak in the
the
campaign.
Talisval
That is the t-shirt.
needs you.
Exactly.
That design is the poster that is being put
So
up.
the more
It's canon.
t-shirts you guys buy, the more
better
chance we
in-game
have.
votes. I don't do that. But you should buy the shirts anyway. Your turn to face tavern.
Nice.
You meet up. Discuss. I open the floor for discussion.
We found Alfred and the location of the Lightborn children, and he is going to
Good.
work on the gemstones or whatever they were,
Oh, the vials.
Soul
Mothers.
gems.
soul gems, to figure out how to get their souls back
Oh.
into their bodies.
I'll give him the vial as well.
Thank
So there was 2 soul gems and the vial of children's essence.
Okay. The vile Lady Amarith is just does not like it. I mean, she Alfred will take it and be like, I will need to examine this. This is dark magic, but yes, I will investigate it as best as I can.
I
not sure
explained that
if-
it was part of the experiments and I don't want it.
No, I have no hopes that this will be reversible, but it is better locked away than if some untoward folks were to obtain it.
Felania's forces were experimenting on the children and this was a byproduct. I imagine perhaps it is one of the things she was trying to extract. So if we could know what this potion does, it could help us prepare.
Again, it will take time, but I will do my best to examine it.
Be
Lady
careful.
Amarith kind of nods. It's like, I can besiege Bahamut to see if he will provide some insights through magic. He will not want this aberration of a product to exist. So I'm sure if he can give me tips on how to destroy it or what it may be used for, what dark purpose, then he will.
That would be wonderful. Be careful though. If Felania's sources and spies hear that you have this, they may come after it.
Alfred's eyes go wide. Well,
Hide it.
I will come to the temple where at least the paladins and squires may be able to offer some protection.
Keep it secret.
He just got his pencil stuck inside the table.
Whoever won this table, you just got a free pencil.
If you can get it out.
If you can get
If you
it
can get it out.
out. So,
Flash forward
anything
back
else?
to the
Back to
tavern.
the tavern.
How did your adventures with Salah go?
He's really busy
Cam
right
is like literally like, I lost my pen in the table. Just leave it. Just leave it. We'll get it out later. I can give you a pencil. There,
Thank you.
child.
I think it went well. They were arguing for a long time.
About
But I'm thinking of establishing a business with Salah Balat.
you, a business.
Yeah, I don't want to give away all my secrets, but yeah. It's going to be huge. It's going to be great.
Would it be on this thing?
Huh?
Your business?
Yeah.
Not Arborea?
Oh. Oh.
Laura,
Yes.
did you manage to get him to Korak?
What? No, not yet, because he went with him.
Oh, wait.
So that's all that happened, I guess.
Okay.
Korak's not available right now.
Well, I believe he will be a great financier for Korak's campaign.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I think he can convince the people or help in some way towards
Anytime
making
Korak's
Korak-
making a speech, he can just clap his hand a few times. And bam, Korak voters.
Well, we can always bring them together and discuss that, but I think we should also discuss where our next move will be. In terms of allies, we've got the centaurs, the winged elves, we've got
Kim's list.
the Moonspire,
The armies of
Salabalat's
Talisman.
helping in what way we will get there.
That was
Where should we go?
We have
the
a few odd allies
Centaur,
around the city.
Solar, you, Damon.
The Moonspire, yeah.
We also have Grunka, Cassandra,
Grunka?
Grunka.
We don't have Grunka. We haven't seen Grunka since.
I'm just saying, she was mighty, and she would be a great addition.
She was.
Plus, she has a hatred for the Broken Sky after what they did to her.
She is in the army, though, is she not? So she would already be enlisted.
Just saying, it'd be nice to have her back.
We can talk. I think, did we not hear about her that she was like taking time away from it after her injuries, or am I thinking about someone else? I don't know.
There is another that we can call upon.
Who?
Trelemar Elise.
Yes.
Who?
Damn, cold.
It made sense for me to ask that.
I didn't say that. Judah didn't say that.
I said, who?
He is a powerful drow that
He is
used to be
very
part of
powerful.
us. He was the better one before you replaced him.
Ouch. Was he the blue Was he the blue-skinned one everyone keeps talking about?
Yeah.
The one when you hear people say the handsome drow, that's that one.
Right, okay, can we have a vote? Which one out of interest?
Drow.
I don't. No.
I'm a tiefling. I find all of your kind repulsive.
That's good enough for me, I think.
Fair.
Neutral.
Anyway, we'd have to find a way to
Please don't
contact
start
him.
the discussion.
We have to
I
find a
don't
way to
wanna know.
contact him. Who else? Fuck's sake.
What is wrong with everybody?
I think you got it out.
I'm literally. I'm trying to make a checklist.
Cassandra, the Temple
Yes.
of Battle.
I think
obviously.
we already have Cassandra on our
Well, I'm just
side.
saying, I'm listing all the allies just so we can...
Reynard's doing that thing where he's just listing all the things, even though some of them are
Correct.
obviously included.
Cassandra.
Yeah.
Melania.
Dermot.
Wait, no.
Army.
The Guildmaster, whose daughter I rescued from the crocodile,
Well, that would come with Korak's campaigning, probably.
assuming he joined them.
We don't know how the guild sits at the moment, and
We
the
can only
guilds
sway
and
him.
the council. We could try, but
Saito, the other tiefling. that we
Oh,
met.
him.
If I could find him, I may be able to get him to send word to some friends of mine.
There's also a chance I could call upon my Buckland family, see what they're up to.
There is also. Did Korak not mention a
an army.
place near.
The Broken Empire?
Yes.
Unbroken.
The Unbroken Empire?
Yes.
Convenient.
Yes.
He did. Twat.
No, I'm joking.
Definitely. A whole army would be great, rather than individuals.
The frost giants.
Spheria.
Spheria.
I still do have his horn.
What about all of your spies?
The spires, yes. If we can talk to
Nalistri?
if we can talk to Nalistri and Shalana, definitely the elves would be. Well, I know that the Moonspire certainly are helping, but I'm sure that all of the elves, especially given what happened at the Winter
Considering
Spire,
what you helped Shalana and Pela with, I'm sure they'll commit forces.
This would affect the whole,
This will hold the entire Dawn Republic.
and it would be in their best interest to quell the Broken Sky along
Yeah.
with us.
We also have all the dwarves or the ones that escaped from Veldeban.
No,
They don't
need
like
rest.
us.
Well, I'm just saying they might have
They
contact themselves.
really don't like us.
They need
That's what I mean, we
rest.
saved them.
Not
Who?
many of them.
Some dwarves. It was before you teleported back into existence. We saved a load of dwarves in Veldeban before it was very savagely attacked.
Well, we'll put them in the B list,
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
the optional list.
I'm listing everybody at this point.
What about your uncle?
My uncle. How could I forget? I actually have not heard from him in quite a while. It's a little bit worrying, actually. But
Is he fictitious too?
No, he's very real. He is the greatest hunter the world has ever known. He told me all my tales,
You
told
said
me
that
everything.
about yourself when we first met.
Juto, you would know this. Laura, you don't read books, do you?
I try and
He
avoid
uses them as toilet paper.
So I guess you two would be the only one. You can make history checks. Or just intelligence, just pure intelligence check.
No.
17.
17. Well, you know, Laura, you were in the Feywild for a long time during the Lightfall, but when the Face Spies returned to the material plane, your father's a hunter, he's taught you to hunt. Reynard talking about this uncle, this famous uncle, you are kind of remembering that there is a famous human hunter. He's written some books and things like that before about hunting monsters specifically. That kind of, especially when after the Lightfall there was a lot of problems with roaming monsters around. Korak kind of rallied a lot of people to his cause, and he kind of created groups to help defend them and fight monsters.
Did we not? I'm sure we spoke to Korak when we met Reynard, and Korak said that his uncle, he knew his
actually-
uncle,
yeah.
and so
Yeah.
we know legit that his uncle is the real
somebody.
deal.
Yeah.
I'm teasing in that case.
He is the greatest man I've ever known. He taught me everything I know, but
Right.
not necessarily everything he knows.
Well, we should get him on our side if he's
You can be
a
a
powerful
good
hunter.
Reynard.
I will be the first to admit that when I joined your team, a lot of it was airing on to lies. But I
Reynard,
believe
I think you maybe simply borrowed some of your uncle's stories. Would that be fair to say?
yes, but
You were dishonest,
I was dishonest and I lied to you, and I've apologized a million times.
but you are not dishonorable.
You
the
have
nicest thing.
proven yourself a worthy fighter, and
Everyone's been nice to Reynard.
I mean, when Elora compliments me, it's kind of like, oh yeah, well, like she complimented me. It's nice.
You're like, oh, Elora's nice.
Yeah, Elora's nice.
I expect that
whatever.
from Elora.
But Juto saying I'm honourable is like,
I said you're not dishonorable.
I'll take it.
there's a difference.
I'm honourable. That's all I heard.
That's what Reynard is, yeah.
She likes me.
She likes me.
Remember when you used to follow her around
Yeah, he still sort of does.
a little bit?
So yes, my uncle would be a very valuable addition if
We can find him. Yeah. How do we go about doing that?
Well,
Almost got it.
there's flies in
I like to
Finney's
think that
tavern.
Can did that to Elora, like, fly!
She's gonna punch him in the arm really hard because she can.
Yeah, it really hurts.
You're down.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
I have one more suggestion.
If I could find.
Sheriff Macklin from
Oh,
the
yeah.
town of Hollow.
What if we were recruiting the Winter Spire?
I like how nobody still knows where I got his name from. Bird Macklin.
That's really like familiar.
Oh my god!
Fuck's
Looks
sake.
like this is his job. The Sheriff Macklin.
The thing is, because I was so distracted, like picturing him as like
Idris
Idris Elba,
Elba.
as Roland from the Dark Tower. So I was thinking of like Macklin as freaking Chris
Pratt in Parks and Rec.
Submerged and
That's
ruined.
where his name is from. Visually, he is Idris Elba from the Dark Tower.
Yeah.
Their fire hands would be most useful.
Very true.
They've got fiery hands.
While you're talking about this, there is a loud knocking coming from the door of Finney's Tavern. Hello? Who's in there?
No.
Who's in there? Open up this door immediately. Immediately!
Equipping Nimbus. and then
You don't have-
going.
I demand this door be
Nimbus
opened! Open it now!
Do you recognise
Do we recognise the voice?
Reynard does.
Oh, Reynard recognises it.
That sounds... You've heard that voice, that shrill, demanding, angry voice many times in your life. It's your dad. Immediately! I demand this door be opened in the name of the Ferrahorn Guild.
Ferrahorn.
What?
Could someone open the door, please?
I'll open the door.
You open the door and you see a thin-looking man, kind of brownish hair, very much like Reynard's, that kind of gingery brown, but not long. This is kind of cropped short into like a curtains. Big, thick Ned Flanders moustache, Ned Flanders style, well-dressed tunic, and behind him are 5 armed, private-looking guards, breastplates, crossbows, all ready at their attention. You, elfin woman.
Hello.
Where is my son? Where is Reynard Ferrahorn? Is he here? I have been informed he is staying at this residence. If you are keeping my son under duress, I shall have you killed.
Hold on a minute.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna step forward and go, you are addressing a princess.
I am addressing a woman in the tavern who is keeping my son prisoner. Where is my Reynard? Where is Reynard? Bring him to me. Guards! Guards!
Alright, I'm gonna immediately, Father, I'm here.
REYNIE, what are you doing?
REYNIE. Oh, that's not going away anytime soon.
Nod, isn't
You
it?
will step out. You will step out of this premises immediately.
No, Father.
REYNIE, you will do as you are told.
Yes, you will.
We've had enough of these games.
Going on?
You've been
Games.
gone for weeks.
Yes.
Weeks. We've let you slum it around in the city. We've let you have your fun. It's time to leave.
What was the purpose of the guards, Father? Seriously.
I didn't know where you were. For all I knew, you've been killed by some ruffians in some den, some drug den, likely.
You've
Butchered.
seen my skills with the crossbow.
Oh,
You know I
really? Don't,
survived.
nonsense. You are a merchant's boy. You are a merchant's boy. All of this fanciful adventuring, nonsense. That's your uncle talking. Now, come along. We're moving the family out of the city. There's trouble brewing. We're leaving. You're coming with us. We're out.
Ridiculous, Father. No, we.
What? What? Joe, where has this attitude come from?
This
I will not be
attitude.
spoken to. I am your father. I will bend you over my knee and pull down those britches.
Not again.
Laura's just gonna back away into the tavern
I'm
again.
gonna kind of whisper with these two and be like, do any of you have a silence spell?
No. But I could amplify it.
No.
Listen, there is trouble
Maybe
brewing.
they should come in.
Exactly.
Reynard.
We need to be out of this city before trouble hits.
You have to
Off the
understand.
street. Get them off the street, Reynard.
I'm gonna call him bring him into the town, open the door wide. I suppose he will hate it, but I will try and get
Looks
him
around.
and his guards into the tavern.
He looks around. Disgusting.
You must stay silent on this matter, Father. I know how.
What matter?
Right, there is trouble brewing, and I'm much.
Good. Yes. Well, then let's be on our way.
As much
And he
as
goes
I
to
would
turn.
appreciate the family and the guild leaving the city, I am on the forefront with these 3 other adventurers
Rolls his eyes.
to quell the threat.
Nonsense. Nonsense. You are to come immediately. You are not some soldier. You are a merchant. You are the son of a prominent guild. You will come with me immediately.
But Dad,
I'm.
and what do you
It's their
suppose I
influence,
do?
isn't it? It's these 3. Look at them. Look at them. What have you done to my son? What have you done to REYNIE? You filled his head with nonsense.
And what do you
taking him
suppose
around
I
the
do?
fields, telling him some sort of hero.
Oh, he's been in many, many fights.
A lot.
Fights.
Yes.
Fights.
Yes.
You have taken my son into battle.
He's been in lava.
Cam, please.
He looks at Cam. He's like, ridiculous. You've got some prankster telling stories. Nonsense. I've heard about some of these tales. You and the champion. Bah, bah, bah. Rubbish.
And what do you
Rubbish.
suppose I do if I join you? I go back to the home, I dress in all these fineries and sell stuff to
Yes,
people?
you will take over. Yes.
And
when
when
I retire, you need to learn the business. You need to learn the running of the guild.
And when Talisfal falls, what then?
Oh no, Poppy, Pop. This is a dispute between the council and that dragonborn. That's all it is.
It goes
Once it's all
beyond-
settled. No, all of it is all nonsense. It's all rubbish.
And I suppose you've heard no tale of the broken sky, have you,
Of
Father?
course we have. We've heard about all the time. Likely some trumped-up thieves guild that one of the parties is using. And besides, whoever remains the victor, we'll simply do business with.
We
A
will
cloud giant, actually.
Nonsense. Fairy tales. The sort that my brother used to tell REYNIE when he was a child, making him believe in nonsense and fairies and goblins and sorts.
We will, as a family, you as a family will never do business with the broken sky, which is why I am here to stop that.
His face is just...
He doesn't care, does he?
You have run away for several weeks. And you dare to presume to tell me the future of the guild? You are in no position to make such claims. I have run the Ferrelhorn family business. I have clothed you, I have fed you, I have raised you, you and all your brothers. And now this is how you portray me? This is how you portray me? With back talk? With back talk, no less.
I appreciate all you have done for me, but
Arthur wouldn't be giving this speak. Arthur wouldn't be giving me this trouble. He's a good boy.
Yes, Arthur's brilliant, isn't he?
Yes. Well, he listens to his father. You're running off listening to Felix all the time. That fool of a brother of mine.
I appreciate everything you have done for me in teaching me how to be a good tradesman, but I'm afraid Uncle Ferrelhorn taught me everything that was important to the world.
He just he's scoffing. Nonsense.
While this is happening, I'm getting really, I can see that Reynard is getting, I know I take the piss out of Reynard, but this is, okay. So I'm gonna get a drink from the bar, like a fine wine or something, and I'm gonna give it to the father. I'm just gonna come up to the father and be like, refreshment, sir?
Takes it, takes a swig, and he's like, blah, 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 blah.
I have slipped into it.
Yeah, I figured that you put the sleeping...
Some knockout drops.
Yeah, the knockout drops, okay. I figured that that's exactly what you're doing, so that's why I didn't have you say.
Will I know that?
No, you're busy opening your father.
Right, because there are armed guards.
They're no problem.
Your stupid uncle, right, by chances are he's dead by now anyway. He's buggered off somewhere. We haven't heard from him.
Right,
I'll
drink
catch him, is he?
Very strong.
could I...
And then
Oh,
it
your
just
father
collapses.
does not look like he can handle his liquor.
Oh, no, I think I would have known what happened here then.
You know that your father can actually drink.
clear.
The guards are like, my lord, my lord, and they go over to him.
Oh, Father.
They look at you. What have you done, tiefling?
Blessed silence. I simply gave him a drink.
Their eyes narrow.
That was amazing.
When he gets quite angry, he does seem to lose his cool a little bit, and it gets to his head quite literally, and he passes out. It's happened many times before, believe me.
Persuasion.
Nice.
You may have advantage because they are sworn to fealty to the Ferrelhorn.
Oh, okay, that's not great.
It was with advantage. What was the first roll?
Was one
13.
different.
So actually, that's 22.
They pick up Master Ferrelhorn from Juto.
You are to return him home at once.
Of course.
You let him know I'm going to continue my adventuring, regardless of his wishes to come back. He may leave the city if he wishes. He will be safer there, no doubt.
Very well, my lord. They just wake him up.
Do you perhaps know the location of
Felix.
While we're at it, yes.
Felix, is it?
The Milord's brother, Felix Gustav Raymond Ferrelhorn II.
Of course.
Brother of the family name.
I love it.
He has been missing for several weeks, actually. He went on an expedition. I believe Milord has some letters from him that were intended for Master Reynard, but Milord has them in his safe.
And he was keeping them from me.
He was, my lord.
Unbelievable. This is classic.
He looks over it, he's like, if I may say, Master Ferrelhorn, to you, I don't agree with your father's decision to leave the city. I have a family here. I intended to hand in my resignation.
And he had no intention of bringing them with him?
He does, no.
That's ridiculous.
I intended to hand in my resignation when we return to the house, so I don't feel any Miss Loyalty and telling you that he has letters from your uncle addressed to you, sent just before he went on his expedition.
I think we need to see those, Reynard.
We do. Is there anything... I'm trying to think of what I could do that when the Ferrohorn family do move out, they also bring with them an entourage of all these... Because the guards are going to be very useful. I want him to also agree to bring the families of the guards with him.
So you know that, I mean, ultimately your father is the patriarch of the family. He basically gets to decide what happens, and it sounds like he has decided not to do that. I mean, like, you have estates outside of the city, and there probably wouldn't be enough lodgings for all of the families of guards and things like that. You would need to find some way to help provide housing or something like that outside of the city. But I mean, your guild is part of the Carpentry Guild. Your family owns several large estates full of lumber forests and lumber mills and sort of things like that. Your father's always done business with Jars. Actually, Jars Woodcraft is the main contact he's had. They provide a lot of lumber to Talisval for buildings and things like that. That's how he's kind of made his fortune.
I will do what I can to talk to the contacts I have within the family to find you and your family lodgings outside of the city. All I ask is that in the time when Talisval is under attack or whatever, you do protect my father,
of course,
my mother, and anyone else.
It's appreciated, Master Ferrohorn. Obviously, we will do our duties. If you can't find such lodgings, I will have to hand in my resignation. I need to be with my family. So, but if you can make that happen, then we will do so with our lives.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'll escort Milord home.
Thank you.
They carry him out.
I guess I'm gonna follow them as well.
Just gonna head home.
Because I want to see these letters that I haven't been receiving for many weeks.
Yep.
From Unky.
Unky Felix.
Yeah.
Do you need
us to come with you, or would you like to be on your own?
I have more knockout drops.
We will need... You can come with me. If you would like to join and see my lavish estate, then by all means.
Kind of.
Yeah.
You're invited, in fact.
I can't wait for your father to wake up.
I can. Oh no, I feel my brother may be there.
I can give him a drink too.
How many knockout drops do you have?
I have plenty.
Good.
Or I can simply resort to violence.
Yeah, no.
I know a special technique where you hit a certain place on the body and they,
Don't hurt his family.
No.
It won't hurt them. It will simply render them unconscious.
That sounded like a snap to me.
No. I simply...
That renders them unconscious. Broken neck.
I could demonstrate on Mr. Human.
Believe me, I will...
No.
I will cope.
Nope. No.
Well, you
Stop
have
it.
us as backup,
Stop.
Reynard.
No.
I trust
What's
he
that?
will assist me in
I feel
whatever
dizzy.
may happen.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna reach out and just touch you on the
Do
neck.
you want to make a note of the names of your family
Please
I've made up? Because I realised when I was preparing this, I was like, I don't think Tom actually has names for any of his
No, I
family.
don't. It's another one of my classic
that was
backstories.
Arthur.
So his father is Frederick, known Frederick Ferrohorn.
Frederick.
Ferrohorn. Your uncle is This is take a bit of time, so make sure you're ready.
I'm ready.
Felix Gustav Raymond Ferrohorn II.
Felix Gustav Raymond.
Felix Gustav Raymond Ferrohorn.
Amazing.
Ferrohorn the second.
The second. That's your uncle. And then you have 3 brothers.
Holy shit. Big fan.
Older?
Arthur.
Arthur.
Felton.
Felton.
Yep.
Name.
And I don't know.
Bob.
Baltir.
Baltir.
Yeah, Baltir Ferrohorn.
And are they all older than me?
No, you are the oldest.
Ah.
Arthur is the second eldest and a long-time rival.
Felton!
Well, he'd be second in line in the
Yeah, he's the
event that I
second.
would leave.
Exactly. He's
Oh,
the second. That's
bloody
why he's
hell.
always been somewhat of a rival. Baltir's middle child. You've always gone. He's kind of a bit different. He's a little bit slow. but he's very physical. He gets on better with all the kind of like the local guards and like the lumbers and the lumber workers.
I guess
and
he's
stuff.
stronger, tougher.
Very strong. He's very strong, very handsome. Like he gets your mother's looks kind of thing. And then your younger brother, which was Felton, who's kind of he's bookish. He's been trained as a wizard slightly as well. He has some magical training. Very interested in history, kind of liked your uncle as well, but had the less adventurous spirit.
I feel like he would be the one that I would, if I preferred brothers, which of course I did. I think Felton would be the one that would be the one I sort of.
The least worst.
But he's also the youngest, so you've kind of probably looked after him since he was a little boy. Like, there's not a huge age difference. Like, it's like a year between you and Arthur.
It's like when he was very young and I was obviously much older, I would be like reading him stories, and the stories I would read him is my
Your uncle's stories, exactly. And so you've kind of always had that familiarity. Baltier is somewhat physical, not quite a bully, but doesn't know his own strength, so often beat you up without really a meaning to, and that sort of thing. And then Arthur is just a weasel that takes after your dad.
Yeah. Like the favourite son.
You guys make your way, following the guards, who lead you to a lavish wooden carriage being pulled by 4 beautiful white horses. The carriage is trimmed in gold and silver. They put the lord in there, put him asleep. They look around and say, you might have to walk. There's not a lot of space in there now that he's asleep in there.
I'm going to climb onto the top of the carriage.
Yeah, you can. On the top's fine. The driver's up there.
Can I ride one of the horses?
They're not really meant. They're attached to the carriage, so they're not rideable, sadly.
I'll walk beside them then.
Yeah, they just canter, and they're beautifully cared for. Fine, very fine, purebred horses.
Am I in the carriage?
Yes, you can ride inside. There's enough room for you to sit in there and ride.
I'm going to peek through the carriage door window and say, I'll just be outside, REYNIE, if you need me. And then hop off and then start walking alongside.
Can't wait till we meet your family, Cam.
So,
My family are all dead.
says from the top.
Muffled.
The Ferrohorn estate is just on the edge of the Nobles District, closer to the forested edge of Talisbal, on the northern side of the city, and it is indeed a grand mansion-like estate. A beautiful wooden manor house, decorated in fine carpentry with elaborate symbols carved into it, gardens, grounds planted with beautiful ash and pine trees, kept in excellent condition, kind of walled off. Loads of different types of lumber are used, rosewoods, that sort of thing. Mahogany, everywhere that you can see. The carriage pulls in, and the first sight that you greet is there is a regiment of doormen who are ready to open the carriage, and they open the doors, all dressed in the same black and gold uniform that you've seen Reynard wear for so long, all wearing the same kind of livery. As you are making your way in, a big, barrel-chested, burly, handsome, kind of brown hair, very much like Reynard's, but kept loose and long like Kevin Sorbo, with a big sort of barrel chest, shirt open, kind of big kind of like butt chin, sort of Gaston-looking fellow with a big axe over one shoulder and big stomping boots. Just wanders in. He's like, "What ho? Oh, who is this?" And then he looks around. "Visitors, I think." "No, it can't be! REYNIE!" And he drops the axe down, and he comes over and he wraps these huge arms and like lifts Reynard up. Like almost, you hear his back pop. And he like pops you down.
Oh, I needed that actually.
What are you doing? We've not seen you in so long.
No.
Been off on any adventures?
I have, in fact, been.
Of course
on
you
adventures.
have.
Yes, actual
Yes,
adventures.
actual ones.
Yes, I slayed a crocodile. A
Crocodile?
giant crocodile. Baltier, come on now. This time it's... and what have you been up to, Baltier?
Oh, we've cleared out one of the nearby lumber woods. I chopped half of them down myself.
Oh, replanted, I suppose.
What?
Oh, good.
Oh, I'm supposed to do that, aren't I?
You know the rules.
I'll make sure some of the other lumbers do it.
Of course, always making the smaller people
Yeah, is
do
father
the work.
all right?
Father,
He's sleeping.
Yes, he must have had a very long day. See, he fell asleep after he confronted me, demanding I come home. Which...
You're gonna come home?
No!
Oh, okay.
I
Slaps you on the back.
I take 3 points of damage.
I mean, you've been hit by Laura. It's not that strong.
Yeah. Balter, the family safe. I would like to access it, please.
Oh, okay. It's up in Father's room.
Brilliant.
I think he's got the key, or maybe Arthur does. He doesn't trust me with it.
Arthur. Where's Arthur?
Probably reading or something.
Great.
Does your father have the key?
Oh, Rainy,
Yes, Balter.
we're having a roast hog for lunch.
Are we?
Yeah. We've got it
Well,
roasting our back.
now I'm excited.
Yeah. I made my own cider too.
Absolutely. His voice. Okay. Thank you, Balter. I will definitely do that.
And he like goes and he hugs you again. He's like, good to see you, buddy.
Forgive me, I have clearly misplaced my manners. I would like to introduce you to my companions,
Oh.
Cam Buckland.
He doesn't look at Cam. He bows to Laura. It's like, milady. And he doesn't have a hat, so he just does that. Baltier Verahorn, Master Lumber.
Laura Galandel, pleased to meet you. Okay, yeah. Thanks. This is Cam.
He does that.
This is Cam.
Hello.
Hi.
And this
Just
is
slaps you on the arm. Oh,
this is
she's a monster you killed.
no, this is very much alive. This is Juto.
He like looks at you like he goes to shove you to see if you're real. Is it real?
I'm gonna like take a step to the side, like just like
Oh, it's quick.
I'm just like my eyes are like narrowing, and anyone who can see my grip on my guandao is just like tightening.
Hello. What's her name?
This is Juto.
Juto.
Yes.
Judo. Judo. Nice.
Have you seen Felton around?
Oh, he's up in his library.
Classic Felton.
What's happening?
I will see you at 2, did you say was the feast?
For lunch?
Yes.
It's not a feast. It's only one hog.
1 hog?
Yeah.
1?
Well, I made it myself.
Well, I appreciate the effort, but that's not a Ferahorn lunch now, is it, Baltic?
No, it's my lunch. I think Mother's doing another lunch for everyone else.
I should hope so. Anyway, I will go check out the safe and, of course, greet Felton, and if I happen
Do you have the key? I thought Father or Arthur had it.
I will find out if he has the key,
Okay,
and if I have to find Arthur, I will.
okay.
Carry on.
Ha! Good to see you.
Oh,
Picks up his axe.
goodbye.
He stomps into the house, his muddy boots just trailing mud everywhere, and you see a bunch of servants immediately come out and start clearing it up.
Thank you. I'm going to go back and check the sleeping body of my father.
Passed out.
Has he got the key on him?
Ah, no.
It's not gonna make it that easy. Come on.
Of course.
Are they all wearing the bumblebee style?
Bumblebee outfits.
Bumblebee tuna.
The only one where the exception was Baltier, who didn't have a jacket, he didn't have the double on, he just had a white shirt, but his trousers were the same kind of golden colour. and
Everyone's
stuff.
in matching uniforms.
Yeah, it's the family uniform.
It's sort of, the servants sort of have similar-ish in yellows and blacks, but they're less emblazoned and less sort of, they're
You've got
colours.
the stag head and the emblem as well.
Yeah, they've got the colours, but not necessarily the entire visage.
Not as fancy.
Are all of your family just as intolerable?
More so, actually. Felton is great. He's a real. He's the good one. Baltier, he's a little slow. Very strong though. Very strong. Arthur. I suppose we must see him now, as he's the only one who has the key to the safe.
If you wish for me to incapacitate any of them, just give me a signal.
I will absolutely let you know. Please come in. Welcome to the Ferahorn estate.
Lots of maids and butlers bow as you enter. Some of them immediately come up with jugs of water, little cups and goblets and things like that, and offer a water and wine.
Could you, I'll pick out one of the servants. Could you please let Mother know that I have arrived?
Of course, Master Ferahorn.
And I will head up.
She'll be delighted to see you.
I will go forward into some sort of lounge/waiting room.
You have the games room, which is beautifully laid out. Ant heads, stag antlers on the walls, proper like hunting lodge style. Large chessboard, gaming table like for cards, and there's like a little drinks cabinet with whiskies and bourbons and
It
things.
was like my favourite place.
Yeah, with like books as well, like loads of like a library with loads of like books about hunting and geography and sort of things like that. If Ron Swanson had a room, this is it.
And I will get another servant. I'll welcome them all into the room and let them be free in the room to do what they want. And get another
All
servant.
of the chess pieces look like the king looks like his dad. There's a knight that looks like Reynard. There's one that looks like Baltier, and then the bishops have a very similar family resemblance as well. It's a custom chess set.
Wow.
I hate everything. I hate it.
There is also, I mean, one of there are paintings of the family everywhere. There's mostly it's of the father Frederick and his wife.
Being all noble and
I
posy.
should come up with a name for her. I'll need to come up
Rose.
with
That's fine.
Rose Farrell. Yeah, sure. Rose. His wife Rose.
Petulia.
The two of them with like younger. You see Reynard as a kid, bit of a chubby kid. Like real kind of chubby face, like as an older
Reynard.
kid. Yeah. Same kind of hairstyle that you can tell. Freckles as well, all over his like cheeks.
Is that you, Rainey?
Yes.
Up there? So much detail.
Like a family portrait. The only one in the games room, there is an older painting that there's nobody else in it, but there is a fellow who looks like an older version of Reynard, not as broad-shouldered, a bit slimmer, but very experienced. Big moustache, hands on hips, looks like Ron Swanson, like short hair. His foot is on top of a direwolf's head, and he's got a big crossbow over his shoulder, and he's smiling. He's just like, ha ha! And a small plaque reads, Felix Gustav Raymond Ferrahorn II.
Your uncle is Ron Swanson.
This man.
It looks very Ron Swanson.
This is my uncle, who is the man I told you would be a very valuable ally to our cause. And as you can see, clearly very experienced.
Yes.
I'm
In fact-
looking at the young picture of Chubby Reynard and then at Ron Swanson. Those two.
As
they look at the painting and then back to me, I'm sort of doing the same
The same
pose.
Like that.
Basically, as you're doing that, you hear a Reynard. Is that you? And when you turn around, there's Fenton. He's got his little round glasses. He's quite slight. He looks quite small. His hair is cropped very, very short. He's kind of he doesn't have any facial hair except maybe a tiny bit of a goatee chin fuzz going on. And he's wearing wizardy robes, but in the same colours, the black and gold. And he's kind of looking around. He's kind of a bit hunched. And he's like, Reynard, oh my goodness, it's you. Hello. He kind of comes in. He's like, oh, good to see you. And he kind of like taps you on the back a little bit.
Oh, yeah, sort of.
It's like an awkward sort of like little brother hug. He's kind of like, oh.
This is Felton.
This is Felton, yes.
Yes. Hello. I'm Felton Ferrahorn. Pleasure to meet you.
I will sort of duck down a bit because he's short at the moment.
Yeah, he's only like 5'5" or something like that.
Tell me, Felton, how's your training going?
It's going okay.
I'm going to sort as he stutters, I sort of like look at him like carefully and sort of almost encourage him because it's like a stutter that I knew was a thing.
Yeah,
so
it's when he's nervous. It's
Yeah.
when he's meeting new people and things like that. It's it's going well. I've been practicing some more of the more advanced spells, and I'm getting okay. The teachers say I'm doing well.
That's very good to hear, Felton. I have amassed a few contacts, people I could send you towards who could teach you much stronger spells if you feel you're up to it. That is.
He kind of leans in. He's like, Father and Arthur have said that there's stories about you, but they're not true. But they are, aren't they? You've gone on adventures.
Well, what have you heard?
Why people around some of the butlers and maids have said that you're fighting against this broken sky.
Yes, indeed. Of course I have.
Did you really go to First Light?
Absolutely. In fact, take a look at this hall, and I pull out the flashlight. Are you ready?
Is this a real artifact?
It's a real artifact.
Before the Lightfall?
Absolutely. Are you ready?
Yes. he kind of like looks. He looks at you. He's like, "Is that all?" I mean, it's a very historically, and he kind of holds his hand out like it's just that. I mean, this is just a light cantrip. I can do this.
What? Yes, but
no, it's no. It's very, very.
Thank
impressive.
you very much.
No. But no. Sorry, I know. It is impressive.
No, it's fine. I understand. I also slayed a crocodile.
Really?
A giant one.
A giant one.
On my own. Anyway, these are my
Good luck,
companions. Cam Buckland, Alora Galanadel, Juto
He holds out. He goes around. I'm like Baltier. He's like, very nice to meet you. And
Great to meet you, Felton.
And he kind of gives you a nod.
Reynard, he's done some good adventuring with us.
Oh, wow. We used to talk when I was little. He told me stories about adventuring, and we always wanted to go on adventures, didn't we, Reynard?
Oh, of course. And I'm sure one day I will be able to bring you along once you've learned all these spells.
Well, Father won't let me, you know that, but maybe we can talk about it one day.
Of course.
As soon as he gets to Elora and Juto, he's just like, the stuff he gets really bad. It's very, very nice to. You're an elf.
Yes.
Just, I've read so much about elves. You are from the moon or winter? Moon. Some similarities in the descriptions that I've read about, but wonderful. Your spire favors nature magic, right?
Yes. And
He's like, nice.
I practice nature magic myself.
Oh, fantastic. You're a druid?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. And it's just like, we should talk about comparing the magical theory.
Of course, it would be a pleasure.
Like nods. And he bows, and he actually does a very formal Brasara, like a tiefling Brasara style bow, and he kind of raises himself up. He's just like, my infernal isn't very good, and in infernal he basically says, "Nice to meet you," in a very broken sort of, it's very stuttery
I
and broken.
kind of raise my eyebrow, but I return the bow. You know, make sure it's a very proper one as well. And I say back to him in Infernal, "Nice to meet you too."
It's your history as tieflings is very interesting.
You are a very interesting person too.
And he like looks around, not quite sure to make whether that's a compliment or not, and just goes a bit wide-eyed.
It's a compliment, believe me, from her.
Okay.
You've learned a lot in the time that I've been gone. I'm very impressed.
I've just been studying the languages. Infernal appears in a lot of magical texts.
That's good to know.
I need to go, but I wanted to say hello while you're here.
Of course. If I ever have any time, I will spend some more time with you, and I'll tell you more tales of the adventures I've been on.
Please do.
Absolutely.
And he's like, he waves, gives a little kind of cursory wave, and then he turns around and he shuffles off.
Should we give him knockout drops or?
No. He's the good one.
I like that one. He is the best of your family.
Ouch. Anyway, my uncle is going to be very valuable. In fact, here are some stories, and I pull out a book, and alongside that slips out a little drawing that I have done of me and my uncle going on an adventure when I was like 6.
Like a chimera or something like that.
It's like a really bad drawing, and it falls on the ground. I don't even spot it, and I just plop the book down on the table. If you would like to read more of his stories.
The book is called Myths and Monsters, A Practical Guide by Sir Felix Gustav Raymond Ferrahorn II. Most of the books in here have been written by Reynard's uncle.
It's reminding me of Gilderoy Lockhart a little bit.
Yeah?
Like, just a smidge.
But imagine like him, but
actually doing
it. Yeah.
I'm going to pick up the piece of paper.
With a tiny drawing. It's like drawn with some sort of like coloured chalk or something.
Would Alora have read
written
those
on like
books?
a front.
You would
I've
easily
seen the
spot the picture by the way with your passive. You've heard about these books, like back when, after the Lightfall, monsters were kind of roaming around, and for a long time people didn't know how to fight them. They didn't know what they could do. and you remember there were a few human authors who actually spent time documenting them. Reynard's uncle would be about the right age for when you remember those books starting to appear. In fact, your father probably helped some of these authors write some of them initially, just because he would have given them advice on how to fight certain creatures that the elves know how to fight and have known for years. Little techniques to, how to cure chimera poison and that sort of thing. Wyvern poison, sorry.
Also, in that book is where you'll find the story of the exact story I told you of how I killed the griffin.
Okay.
Just a heads up.
And there's in the same book there is also the same story of Reynard's uncle claiming the dancing sword, the actual scimitar that he rescued from the temple. Because he gave that to you, didn't he? Or did you get that? Oh no, you bought it. You won it in a card game. That was different. Ignore him.
Would Cam have seen the picture and me pick it up?
Cam's perception is...
Yes.
I think everyone would have, except me, who was looking at the book and like.
What's that?
Nothing of your concern.
Should we find Arthur, or should we try and see if he magically left the key on his desk?
I should hope he is not home. I will warn you, Arthur is the favourite son of my father. Very similar man.
I see.
So just be prepared. This is where the knockout drops might come in useful.
I could burn down the house and we could take the safe.
I would appreciate it if no one dies, is assaulted, or my house and fortunes are not burned down.
True.
You do not need this money.
He might need his mother, though, and his family.
And all the servants and...
I'll ensure that they are fine, of course.
I like the house.
Yeah. It's a nice
Far
house.
too
Right.
large.
It's not too large. This is nothing compared to the estates I have outside of the city.
I could burn those too.
No. Moving on. Right. I would like to find Arthur, please.
Okay. So, go on. Count up.
I'm just leafing through this huge book. It's like, there's no pictures.
Oh, it's just words. Just occasionally there's a drawing of a monster. That's about it.
I'm sorry that doesn't interest you. Anyway, Arthur.
Okay. You make your way through the
Arthur
house. You try the study, seeing if he's in there. You don't find him. You make your way upstairs and you find him in your father's drawing room, working at the desk. And the man you see before you is a Weasley-looking fellow. Tiny, thin, pencil-thin moustache. If you've ever seen Blackadder Goes Forth, he looks like Darling. Slightly curly hair. He looks up and a sneer as soon as he sees Reynard.
Yeah, I haven't actually entered the room.
Oh, okay. He's just writing.
So he does see me still. I'm at the door.
If you're at the door...
Oh, I didn't know, Arthur. Father never normally lets anyone into his drawing room.
Father doesn't let you or Baldir in here, but I have been helping him with many affairs, whilst someone has been off gallivanting around the city.
Oh, there's the voice again. Right.
How many diseases did you catch, Reynard?
0.
Did you sleep with any gutter rats?
2. No. 1. Oh, hang on. No, I don't think any diseases. But I see you've been helping Father with the estate. With
Someone has to.
I'm sure you've been doing a great job of that, haven't you, Arthur?
Well, ask Father. He'll tell you that I have.
Oh, he confirmed it. You'll be happy to hear.
Good. I am.
Great. I'm happy for you.
I'm good. Good. I'm glad that you're happy for me.
I'm glad you're glad that I'm happy for you.
I'm not.
What? What does that mean?
What do you mean? What even are you?
Well,
Why are you even here? Go on.
I'm here saving the world from the broken sky.
Yes,
You're
of course
just
you are.
fiddling
Yes.
around with Father's pennies, I suppose.
Yes, of course you are. Well, what next? Did you slay an army of angels or something?
Very close, actually. Only united two
You are
very...
as boastful and as bloated as that ridiculous brother of Father's.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare
This
you?
family is an institution in this land, and you would rather waste time with these people.
I'm not gonna go. So I'm gonna he hasn't seen me.
Okay,
I'm gonna
so you're
wait
just,
outside
tucked outside.
because I have a little kind of
fun.
Okay, where he's just like, he gestures to Cam and Alora. These people gallivanting around telling lies about your little adventures.
These people
Just
are,
like Uncle used to.
These people are princesses of...
Oh, of course they are. Oh, are you married to her as well?
Maybe one day. No. I didn't say that.
Okay. Did he think it? Reynard's like,
Inside voice.
No, of course I am not married to her.
that would tell a more compelling story, Reynard.
Laura's so awkward, she doesn't know what to do. She's like, can't interfere.
Karen does. Look at that face. Trot's like, I want to get involved. I want to fucking take this tool.
I'm gonna hold off for a second.
Princesses of spires, elven spires of some variety, one of the two, I don't know, and also jesters. So I don't really know how he helps out, but he is still a part of my companions.
Oh, look at that face.
Well, at least the jester I can believe. You've always been a bit of a clown. You found compelling company. And he just does this in the air. One for Arthur.
Oh, there it is.
This is hilarious.
I have heard that the family has been keeping Uncle's letters from me.
Well, they are family property, aren't they?
I am a member of the family.
Oh, really? I wouldn't have guessed. Where have you been for the last few weeks? Two for Arthur.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm back home now and I'd like access to my property.
Oh, well, you'll need to ask Father for permission.
Do you not have the key to the family safe?
Of course, but as far as I'm concerned, unless Father tells me to do it, I don't have to do a damn thing you ask for. Yes?
Hearing that,
Uh-huh.
can I cast invisibility on
I
myself?
was gonna
Okay, yeah.
I was gonna do the same
Can I sneak into the room?
He's not. He's so enraged by the sight of Reynard, he doesn't notice you coming in.
Can I kind of
Reynard, you probably feel an invisible Juto move past you, though.
I'm kind of like look around to see if the key is anywhere visible, and then I'm gonna, if not,
Give me an
I'm gonna-
investigation check.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I like just duck to the side of the door and be like, I'll just see you outside, Reynard, and then
Okay.
just activate the ring of invisibility and go in and
Doing
help.
the same thing as
basically.
well. Okay, what'd you get?
12.
12. You're looking around, you can't, there's a few sheets of paper and things around on the thing. You're not sure where it could be. You can't see Alora either because she's invisible. When you go in, passive perception, you spot that he, there's something around his neck which glints, which looks like a key, like underneath his shirt, that you suspect might be it.
I would know that he would keep it on his person, I think.
Yeah.
So I would...
Father always wore it on a necklace.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of, he keeps it super close.
I'll go out and pop back in and just signal to Reynard.
Yeah, I will
just
say, because I know
confirm.
The
Jojo's...
thing is, you can just activate it, deactivate it. This ring
Yeah.
is so good. Like, you can just be like, boop, 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 boop.
Do you see an eye when you put it on?
You're in the room,
Well,
and
that's
I
the
think
thing.
she's silently going like,
I know that
Yeah.
So
she's
you
in the
wouldn't hear
room.
I wouldn't hear it.
you wouldn't hear.
No,
What's
and
your
I-
passive
I
perception?
can't see
her.
you.
Like,
What's your passive perception?
12.
12, no. No, you can't see she was invisible.
That's fine. I know that she's in the room, so I will say, I'll have you know I've been on many adventures that have benefited many, many people. In fact, one time I had a noose around my neck. And
Well, it's a shame that they didn't string you up, wasn't it?
No, of course I escaped.
Oh, of
when
course you
the
did.
noose was around my
What
neck.
happened? Did a unicorn fly out of the bushes and save you?
No.
Oh, you mean you've not met a unicorn yet?
Have
oh,
you?
what
Have
a
you
terrible
met a
lack of
unicorn,
adventures.
Arthur?
I'm gonna activate and go back in again
Okay,
after
so
I've
you're going to try and
communicated
sleight of
that.
hand it off him? Sleight of hand check. It's around his neck.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Okay, so as he leans forward, you kind of loop a finger in, catch it, but the problem is getting it over him, he's going to see it coming off. So you can kind of deftly maneuver it, so you actually watch as the chain is gently lowered, and it's now visible behind him, but you can't get it off without him realizing that the chain's coming off. So you're going to need to find a
I'm
way
gonna
to...
kind of like wait, like hold it, but wait for like, because I'm assuming like.
If I see it's rising,
Yeah.
I'll say, Arthur, watch out, a beetle on your desk!
And obviously you know that Arthur hates insects.
Does now.
Yeah, you know your brother. He's like, what? And like looks down.
As he does that, I'm
Gonna
gonna.
try and loop it off
Yeah.
of him. Okay. Give me another sleight of hand check and have advantage because Reynard's got no distraction.
21.
20. Yeah, you needed 20 to do it. As he kind of looks down, you and just catch him in a moment where he blinks and like looks around. He's like, "There's nothing here,
And
you
while
idiot."
he's looking down, I've walked forward to the desk and I like slam down on it and say, "Oh, I got it. Don't you worry. I've saved you once again, Arthur."
Your brutish displays of intimidation don't mean anything to me.
Oh, no.
I'm used to dealing with fools like you.
No intimidation. I'm just pointing out the many times I've saved you over the past years.
Saving me in the last year with all your little fancy friends.
Can
You and
I,
your fairies.
as he
One
says
for
that,
Reynard.
can I deactivate the invisibility ring behind him and just go boom?
Ah! And he's like jumps forward. He's like, "Ah!
Well, when
I'm gonna.
We won't be treated that way in our house. You are a guest here. Get out with your tomfoolery and your tricks, your circus tricks."
Absolutely.
We are very much
Arthur.
real people, actually, and we have been adventuring with your brother here, and he is very successful in combat, so there.
Charlatans always claim such things. I don't believe a word of it.
I don't really mind. And then I'm just gonna walk out.
Fine. Arthur, you keep to your little books. I'll make sure I continue helping the world become a better place.
Believe what you want, Reynard, but somebody has to keep this family's business going.
I'm going to disguise self as him,
Okay.
and I'm going to walk into the room.
Okay.
But I'm disguised, but I'm just in tiny underwear version of him.
He like looks.
I'm a pompous prick. Look at me. Oh, look, it's a jester mocking you. I'm going to open the window.
Yeah.
So, everybody,
Stop that! Stop that!
it's Arthur.
He's like pulling you down.
Servants.
Get up! Get up!
Get a cup. I'm going to pee out the window.
Slaps you on the face. He slaps your face.
Okay.
What are you? Get out!
I'm peeing him.
Get out!
does he have
game.
anything on him like a ring or anything like that?
I mean, he has rings and stuff like that, like same way that Reynard has like the signet rings and stuff like that.
Can I like chill one so it goes really cold and like,
Yeah.
or his belt buckle or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
I just want to fuck around.
Yeah, it makes it like he's like, oh, guards! These people from our house!
Oh, you know I'm the oldest brother, Arthur. They'd listen to me first.
Father! And he gets up and he just storms out the room.
No, wait, Arthur.
Father!
Gonna peer out the door and say, "One for us."
Actually, I think that equates to quite more than one.
I can only count.
Oh, as he storms out, can I trip him up?
Yeah. you bully this guy. Like he trips up, he stumbles. There's actually tears welling in his eyes, and he's just like, "Father!" And he just runs down screaming, and that is where we're going to end tonight's as well.
Could you
Nice.
also pass me the key as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Juto. I know you're in here. I
That's
appreciate that.
where we're going to end today's session. So we're going to read some donations.
Yeah.
That ended up being a
That was
little bit of fun.
hilarious.
Shit. That was amazing.
Reynard's family.
Remember, next week there will not be an episode because we
Yes.
are at MCM Comic Con. But if you are at Comic Con, then please
There will
do
be
come
an
and see our
episode.
live show.
Yeah.
Hopefully recorded.
Hopefully, but we're not going to promise in case it doesn't happen. But we'll try our best to. So yeah, there isn't going to be a live one, but
Today.
I imagine what we'll do is probably put on an old episode or maybe repeat this one.
Yeah, we can get
potentially.
Sam or Becky or somebody
We'll
to
probably,
say another one. It's
we'll probably
27.
post the episode